The cat can come in, can it not? No.
No. She was in at the end of the last one. She was up here and round here and everywhere. So I've gone and put her out so she can't do that. And now she's yelling and battering the door down. She can get in after. She's fine.
She's not quite right. She's not quite right.
She's...
Holy moly! I
What was
jumped
that?
out my skin. I jumped out my skin. I tried to put the bottle down, but I hit the arm of the mic, and because I'm plugged in.
Oh,
Holy moly!
Jenny, don't let them hoodwink you. It's not for a speedboat at all.
it's for a home entertainment system.
I don't know if we are allowed to swear. No.
Yes, it's actively encouraged. Yes,
I would say it's a 15. Don't go to 18.
yes.
Right, should we start rolling though, just to get the show on?
Let's go. Let's do it. Come on.
So this is not the cheese episode.
No,
Right.
It's the prequel.
it's pre-cheese.
Pre-cheese.
So we're
Aye.
talking.
Can I go and cover this as something because it fucking stinks?
Aye.
Put a Glencairn over it.
I learned very quickly that it's possible for a pea to explode.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
3, 2. Hello, Dramfacers. Welcome to. Oh shit.
And people also are much more happy to put water in their whiskey.
But Rachel, you said you don't do cocktails.
Well, it's 2 ingredients, whiskey and water, my friend. 3 ingredients for a cocktail. If I've got a garnish, I'll have you.
I gotta tell you, I was sitting with a judge in chambers, and we're chewing the fat talking about this, nothing about the case, because why would you talk about the case? And he looks at me and he says, in his North Carolina drawl, "So, Ron, you got the look of a bourbon man."
Oh my God.
And I said, "Your Honor, absolutely."
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, that's good, because you and I are going to get along just fine."
Boom! And we are live. We are live.
That was good, that.
That was grand.
Hey, that was for the listeners. Sorry, there was video to that audio. The boys were seeing that for the first time. Comical how Spotify tries with our accent and the typos there, right?
Yes. Horrendous typos.
Oh, it was
11.
good. Right, yeah. What was it? Hefty. I'll have you hefty. Gordo, can you be sure to keep your drinks away from the boom arm on this one?
I'll try my very best.
It was so dramatic listening back on that. That was some of our early podcasts. That was like episode 4 onwards, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, beauty.
A long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Aye. This is exactly what it's like. This is it's like a little peek behind the curtain for the listeners as well. That
This is the
exactly
bit that
what we
usually
do.
gets chopped out, right?
Yeah, this is where you're sitting writing notes to be right. Rob said that he's dropped the boom arm again. All the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Something will collapse. I'll plug something to my laptop and it'll kill the whole stream again.
Or there'll be children rolling around behind you and throw them out of shot.
That was with the pre-video era, wasn't it? When I can get away with things like that during the record.
Now you've actually got to think about what you're wearing, right?
I know.
That's true. Roy will know I was not wearing this all before, but I thought I have to put something a little bit maroon on, you know.
Oh, if your chest was a wee bit more tanned and a bit more shaven, it would have been fine. But it's a bit unkempt. So,
right, lads. Let's clear our throats, get any body noises out the way, and we'll get this train on the tracks, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Atlas is real.
Yeah. Well, 86 people in, waiting for it. That's
boy.
number today.
86.
86
Wow.
live at the minute, yeah.
We've only got 20 listeners. Who are the rest?
I know.
Friends of friends.
Aye. 2 of that 20 is my family.
We paid a wee service out in Asia to tune in tonight.
Aye.
Up our numbers a bit. Their inaugural numbers.
All the Dramface writers are on call now. Having to watch.
This is a stretch for me to follow along with the music.
I know.
I'm waiting for the nod.
Here we go.
Well, you give me a point, Rod, and I'll do the count.
Try and do your best.
I feel like
I think it's
coming.
now.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Missed it.
Hello,
completely.
Dramfacers. No! I would have done fine. I would have done fine. Nobody would have known. Hello,
Right.
Dramfacers. Welcome to the Christmas special live 2025. See what I did there? Live.
Rhyme.
Today, I am joined by Rob, Roy, and Gordo. Slanja, cheers, lads. How are we all?
Slancha, cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Ooh.
Christmas. Merry
Christmas.
Twixmas.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Right in the middle of Crimble Limbo.
We
Oh,
are.
man.
Crimble Limbo. That's a good one. I'm
That is a good
stealing
one.
that. I use that. Nice to see everybody. Nice to see you boys. It's been a minute since our last recording. At least
Yeah.
a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been busy
Colds
boys.
are gone.
Yeah.
The post
The what's
Glasgow.
gone?
The
Oh,
cold.
aye.
The bugs.
Cold.
We've
Yes.
recovered.
Whiskey Festival sniffles.
That's right. Who was that? Who was it that was sick?
God, he was ground zero.
I was patient 0.
Yeah.
Super spreader. I knew I shouldn't have slipped the tongue with you when I left.
Peak performance now, though.
Good stuff.
Well, coming down from the sky is like it's you. It's like the alien coming to Earth. You know, all the bugs and viruses have to inevitably mingle,
Mm-hmm.
and the strong ones obviously won out. And it was the sky virus, the Misty Isle virus, that wiped us out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was with me for a full 2 weeks or more, actually. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was constant. I'm feeling good now.
Good.
We're all
Just made
sounding
this
better, I think.
Aye.
Crystal clear. Wow, that's a big pint whiskey you've got there, Gordon. Gordon
Just
just
got big
held up
hands.
a massive tumbler. That is not chill filtered either, for sure. There's some Scotch mist
Listen.
going on there.
Go big or go home.
Aye. All right, well, listen. This is our first live. Might be the first and only. We'll see how this goes. Little bit of housekeeping. We really want to tap into the fact that this is live and it's a good opportunity to interact with the community. So,
We've just broke 100.
hello.
Superb.
All right,
Then we'll
there's
raise a glass to that, to everybody tuning in. That's amazing, right?
to the
Fantastic.
loyal Dramfacers. Cheers.
Superb. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Rescue whiskey off my dog.
What do we do? What do we do if we hit 200? Do we break open the good
Taps
bottles?
off.
Taps
Taps
up.
off. Oof, we'll get
Yeah,
censored.
Tangerelia.
I'll turn off the light. It'll refract. So a little bit of housekeeping. Although we should have had another bit of housekeeping before this, which is one of us log into the account. But we'll stick with our commitment. If you've got, let's treat this a little bit like an AMA or an AUA. Ask us anything. Good opportunity for you to interact with us. If you've got any questions, pop them in the chat with an @Dramface whiskey.
No, it won't work. So sorry, I made
No.
a mistake because no one was logged in as that's a wee minor. Gregor's logged in as
No
Gregor.
bother.
So if
So
you
here's the thing. All right, go for it.
if you
Edit that bit out.
tag at edit that bit out.
Brilliant.
If you tag at Rob Halford 92 or whatever, what's your account name? Is it?
Rob Halford 92.
Right, at Rob Halford. He's our comments man tonight. If you're struggling to get Rob, tag at Aquaviti. I seem to be logged in as Aquaviti. So yeah, and we'll get some comments and things.
Just testing. I'm just testing. Arnie Doodle the Dram is all for taps off. So Arnie, you need to call 100 of your friends and get them to join this stream, and it will happen. So we'll pepper those in, your comments, your questions, as we go throughout, and then we've got a few loose themes throughout. And I think we roll with the first theme. And this is how high tech we are. This is how we do it on the stream. I've got a wee voice note on this phone, and I'm going to play it over the mic here really loud and hope it picks up. The boys sort of know their brief, but we'll go with this. So bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Volume up. Here give me. I'll do a wee test there. Tell me if it's working.
Hello, everyone.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go then.
Hello, everyone. This is Tom O from Arizona, making use of the dramaphone to reach out. I have a suggestion for both the originals and Colonial podcasters. Since most of us have accumulated a lot of sample bottles gifted to us from our whiskey pals, I think it might be interesting for the guests in the podcast to put all of their sample minis in a box, and at the beginning of the podcast, pull out a bottle at random. The sample would be the whiskey for the What's in a Glass segment of the podcast. Anyway, from here in the desert Southwest, I'll be raising a glass to you all and thanking you for creating this entertaining content. Slanja.
Slanja, Tom.
Slanja.
Thanks for the message. Thanks for the prompt. Really good one. Meant less effort for me to come up with a theme. So everybody should have a box or a stash of Drampos. Oh, Gordon, you forgot your homework?
I don't have a box. They're just all over the floor.
Right. Well, you can rummage in that. Oh, there we go.
He's got a lucky dip bag. Amazing.
Yeah, Scott, Sevi, Rolfie, all of these guys that were at the Malts Festival with us this year will recognise this bag. This is the sample bag I took down to the Campbelltown Malts Festival. So I'll just dip in here and get it in the glass, and I'll wait for you to come round, Gregor, will I?
All right, okay.
I'm not saying size matters, but... Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
easy, tiger.
Hey.
Is that a big box or a small, Rob?
I am quite small.
Well,
heavy bugger though.
Mine's pretty heavy too, actually. I have to say, wee bit of PR there. Look at that! Oh, bling bling, sing 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 sing.
Look at that; it's on brand as well.
All right. I think Gordon, I'll go to you first.
Brilliant, thank you.
Because you're the most prepared.
Yeah.
Just a wee lucky dip. Pull up said sample, and have a wee read of the label. Hopefully, there's something on it, and it's not fully blind.
This is a Dalyuan 24-year-old from Carnmore. 53.7 bourbon barrel. I think this is from Mike in New York.
Mike in New York.
Mike Bloxham.
Fantastic generosity, Mike. Let's
If
put
it's
our
not, I'm
names on
sorry.
labels in future, because then it's far
Right.
easier to do these things.
I think. If it was somebody else, I really do apologise.
Mike, hopefully you're in the chat and you can hit
Thoughts
Gordo.
to Mike as well. His mum passed very recently.
Oh, sorry to
so
hear
thoughts
that,
to
Mike.
Aye.
Condolences. All right, pour that into a wee Glencairn.
Here we
and
go.
We'll maybe come back. We'll just do a wee pour-a-thon. Rob, have you already dove in and poured?
No. That was just my calibrator, as it were. So mine
Oh,
these are my dram box isn't of ones that have been gifted to me, unfortunately, because that's in a drawer upstairs. That's definitely attached to the desk, so I couldn't actually get it out. But so it's not a sentimental, but I'll do a random one.
Right, there we go.
Oh, nice! Actually, one of my absolute favorites. What would you say? A permashelf. It is a Tobermory 12.
Why is it red?
I think it might have been from a pour and sip.
Oh, right, okay.
That's a fully wax sealed, eh? Let's get the crack.
Yeah.
It's a wax boy. Look at that.
Let's hear that crack.
Wee bit of drip on the side.
Like,
As well.
Oh.
Not very dramatic. It doesn't even have the same effect, does it?
Not
So there we go.
artificially enhanced at all.
I think probably one of the most
Tobermory 12.
underrated. Pardon?
Just OB. OB. 12.
Oh, just bog standard OB. And do you know what? What a way to start it, because I think it's a very underrated dram.
46.3.
That's right. Yeah, the classic. Like it's all its siblings, or cousin, should I say?
Yeah.
It's a lovely one.
Superb.
I know there's a 25 and a 21-year-old in there as well, so hopefully I get a.
We'll see how the stream goes. We can go back. We can go rummaging around in our boxes later. Roy, did you already pre-pour? Did you have
I pre-poured, but based on the other things that you prompted us for.
Oh, got you.
But I got the sample. I actually grabbed this one first, but I haven't opened it because it had a wax seal on it. I should have just went for the power twist like Rob did. But this looks to be Weems Malts Klein Leash. I don't know when this was bottled, but I've had this sample for a long time. But I think I bought this. But it's a 1997 vintage. But because it wasn't from anyone, you know, I just decided to put it off to the side, and I opened this one instead, which was in the same wee bag. There were 2 Klein Leashes in the same bag. This camera's not going to focus on that, but I can hopefully tell you what it is. I can force the camera. Wait a minute. There we go. Can you see? This is a.
Can I maximize on you? How do I do that? If I maximize on you, does it go?
Yeah, top left of my thumbnail down the bottom. There we go. We can try that. Gregor's got controls already, so hopefully you can see. You can read that wee label there. But it's a Murray McDavid Klein Leash. From
light, super light. There doesn't even look like there's any whiskey in that.
It's in the glass now, big guy. It's in the glass.
I knew that.
Canny.
Did you? Aye.
Yeah.
So this is a 1976 Klein Leash.
Wow.
From refill sherry, but it's it's quite dark given it's refill sherry. A 46% ABV, and this was from Craig Severin. So, and I think he gave these out as part of a kind of special set that he'd bought, and he split it amongst the bottle chasers. Maybe that was before you were a bottle chaser, Gregor, if you didn't get it.
Sevy, you and I need to chat, Sevy.
Yeah. There were a couple of Broras in the mix as well. And we were supposed to get together after COVID and sit and have a wee Klein Leash Brora night, but yeah, they've been sitting there for a few years now. So what a nice one to have. A 1976 Klein Leash, your beauty.
Sorry, was that an open invitation to the Klein Leash Brora night? Or
aye.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I don't know how much they bring you to go down.
BYOB, bring your own Brora, or
this would be the serving item.
A pipette, right? I'm going to rummage around here. I'll go in. Oh, a wee dumpy.
Like Christmas sleigh bells.
There's a wee dumpy. Oh, this is a Rassie. Here we go. Hang on.
Why?
What have we got? A Virgin Chinkapin Oak, unpeated, good stuff. Unpeated, cask strength, not too.
Is that Nasia?
Oh.
No, this was pre everything.
All right.
This isn't even whiskey, is it? 27 months.
No. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Superb. Hey, I forgot this was in here. This was from Alistair. This was from Mr. Rassie.
Before he released anything.
Yeah. So I'm going to pour that.
Incredible.
I'm glad it's unpeated. That could have been a proper nasty start to this if I pulled a peaty number. Well, there's something in everybody's glass. Cheers, lads. Slanja.
Cheers.
Slanja. Welcome, everyone.
Cheers. Good content as we all sip. Oh, it's punchy. Yum. Oh, nice though. How's that Dalyoun treating you? Oh, we're staying in a moment. We're sitting in a moment.
I'm also stroking my dog just for a kind of sensory.
It was either that or
euphemism.
You were having a stroke.
A euphemism for your right.
Doing all three of these things.
It's like PG-15. PG-15.
No, like a health stroke, not a healthy stroke.
God's sake.
The wheels are
that one out.
Yeah, no bother. I like.
It's good.
I have to say, we floated this format, right, where we dip into the dramples. I like it already. It's a good one.
Your one?
The act of a drample round.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's going to get us through all these dramples.
Yeah, every time.
We would have to do a hell of a lot of podcasts to get me through the samples. I do need help with that.
Well,
and I think we need to talk about that because, a lot of people put a lot of effort into, and they really want to share samples with you. They're not just giving you random things from a bag or something. Lots of people bring you things because they really want you to try them and enjoy them. But so often there's so many other things you're buying yourself that you want to try or have to try or whatever it may be. And the samples get put to the side for a Tuesday night or a quiet moment or whatever it is. And you never ever get round to them. And it's a wee bit of a shame. I wonder how long we all have to be in our whiskey journey before we turn around and say, wow, am I ever going to get through these samples? Do we all feel the same, or is it just, am I in a very
100%? I feel like there's we said it, I think I said this last time, like this, people are so generous and it's so lovely that people want to share. And I'm trying to make a conscious effort to drink them as I get them versus kind of like hoarding them. Because I have this thing of like samples being like, it has to be the perfect moment to try them and drink them. And if you don't have that perfect moment, then you're not giving them the credit that they need, especially if they've been gifted. But I think it's more to the point that you should drink them as soon as possible, because sure, the person that's giving it to you wants to share a dram with you, but they can't do it face to face. So it should be a case of, just get it in the glass and just enjoy it as fast as possible.
Get it tanned.
Absolutely.
Aye.
Responsibly tanned.
Something happens, I think we have talked about this in the past. So something happens, it becomes quite a precious thing. It goes in a little special box, and then you've yet to go, oh, it's sample night, or it's sample. You're going for your own bottles first. I don't know.
I remember a story that Scotty Munro told. I'm not sure if it was on the podcast, if it was on the V Pub, but he said how he'd go on a whiskey trip and he'd just take a slack handful of samples that he's been meaning to try, and instead of taking a full bottle of one thing, take a load of samples and just enjoy them through your trip. And I think that's a really nice way of doing it. And I've started to try to do that more often, because it's easier to take like one bottle to an event or on a trip or whatever. But I think it's nice to have a few different things to kind of enjoy.
That's a good one. That's a good, it's a good, if you're going somewhere for a long weekend, take it, to the hotel type situation. That's a good shout. Maybe I'll do that. Gordo, how are you getting on through your samples?
Man.
I think samples are great for keeping in touch with people as well, because you get, if you're mingling quite a lot, then you end up with a lot of samples. And I remember I had early on in my journey, I had a wee sample from Matthew from Kinnaird Head Whiskies. It was a Glendronach Parliament, is it?
21-year-old.
Yeah. And I opened it, and it was like a leather shoe. It was incredible. And I reached out to him to say, thanks so much for that. And we ended up chatting for ages, and you start connecting again with people more than you can when you're in the kind of heat of the moment, Glasgow Whisky Festival, wherever, you have a bit more time to shoot the breeze. So it's good for talking to people also. If they write their name on the bottle.
Hot take on that Glendronach 21.
Uh-huh.
The 18
Matt,
I agree.
I spoke over you, sorry.
I think it's quite a popular opinion, Gregor, that the 18 was always a wee bit better.
Even the one
it was quite batch variable, the 21.
I was going to say, surely there must have been some absolute belters when they had the people figured out the overlapping, like the ages. So obviously, like it wasn't a 21; it was like a 28-year-old. Surely some of them must have been brilliant.
Well, when that topic first came up, you could pick up the Glendronach 15 for £45.
Yeah,
you were picking up the 18 for 65, and the 21 for less than £90.
Jeepers creepers!
Yeah, and that seems like I'm going back for decades, but I'm not. I'm only going back to about, I'd say, 2016 or something.
Really? Yeah, that's a decade though.
I started dramming in.
That's quite a aye. That's a good one though. I put Glendronach in this category of was massive on it 5 years ago, 6 years ago. The prices weren't quite as good as you mentioned, Roy, but they were a damn sight better than they are now. And I remember stocking up on a ton then, and that was with the whole like 18. It was actually 21, and rah.
Yep.
So I bought a bunch, and I'll enjoy that. You know, I've still got to work through them, but I put that in this category of amazing for when I bought it. I will not now but rebuy. Right, I will enjoy this, run it down, but because of the prices of them now, I have to go elsewhere. What is there similar for you all? Is there another distillery or a bottle range that you're like, I'm going to now like, cool, I've enjoyed it, but I can't go on with those prices? Who would that be, Gordo? Looked like you were hot there.
My gateway whiskey was Glengoyne 18.
Yeah.
And at the start, you know, when you're kind of discovering that whiskey's a thing, 90 quid is like, what? How much? Because you can end up normalizing it. Like the range, depending on where you buy, you know, 90 quid after 5 years is like, okay. But I got my first bottle and it was like, whiskey's amazing. And then I think it was only within a matter of months, like 6 or 8 months, they had started the premiumization drive. And it creeped up to like 90 quid. Well, okay, you know, I love it. It's amazing. Whiskey's amazing. 100 quid. And from then it's just been bye-bye. So I've not actually dipped into Glengoyne, apart from wee samples from like Alistair McPhail, who is a big Glengoyne fan. He sends me wee samples. Apart from the samples, I've never bought a bottle since because I just can't. I'm a bit, what's the word? Miffed.
Yeah.
Not miffed.
You start to put them on the naughty step a wee bit, don't you?
Aye, like fine then. I'll find something else. And I did. But I always think
Glengarry?
No, I think it was Aberlour then went to, and then there was a Glenfarclas and then Glenrothes maybe. And on it went. But I'd be interested to see if I go back to it now, if I try and get a bottle from back then, which was 2021, if I connect with it as much.
Aye. Robbo, is there a similar bottle?
Honestly, I can't think of one off the top of my head, to be honest. It's I feel like it's so moving, like actually moving between like different distilleries, and I don't really seem to. No, I honestly can't think of one. Sorry, I was half scrolling through the comments as well, just before we kind of jump off topic. There was a really good one in terms of like amount of things we have and like collector Everwind. I'll pop it on the screen if I can.
Oh, aye.
I just thought it was interesting to the concepts we were just talking about.
I'll read it. I'll read the comment out for the benefit of the audio podcast post. So, like many of us, do you own more whiskey that you can drink in 5 years or more? If so, is this a problem? Is it a collection? I don't know if it's a problem. It's a reality.
I think it's interesting because there's a lot of people obviously limited for space, and there's obviously a lot of people that are probably reaching capacity, especially like collectors, they're reaching capacity very quickly, and it's a case of like turning over like empty bottles for new bottles. And I know I kind of get stuck in this loop of, well, I've kind of stopped buying bottles now because I'm not turning over, I'm not killing bottles fast enough to open them. And when you're a whiskey fan, and you're kind of running on that system of limited space, you kind of miss out on like enjoying things in the moment. And like these kind of like hype bottles and stuff, or like these FOMO bottles. And I feel like, yeah, I definitely do have enough whiskey to keep me going for 5 years, but I also see it's like let me enjoy what I have currently.
Yeah.
And all these things that may have like I bought with because it's on sale or because somebody told me it's great. I might be getting into it for another 2 years, potentially. But it's not like you say, Gregor. I don't think it's a problem. I think it's just
a good 5 years, though. That would be a hell of a 5 years.
100%, absolutely, yeah.
Nothing would be getting done. You wouldn't be buying any bottles because you can't work to get money to buy the bottles. But I think we've danced around this before. I think a lot of us have arguably chased bottles in a way that you would just buy a dram at a bar, right? But we're a bit frugal, and you're like, hang on, for 2 times that I could have a full bottle, and we do that, and now you've ended up with a situation which we're all in, which is I've got a lot of bottles. I think I've coming through the other side of that a little bit. A healthy community around you in person that you can bottle split or try others is a massive change for me. I know Gordo, Rob, you guys have got the was it the EIS? EIS. So you're bottle splitting quite a lot, right? You're bottle sharing, which presumably that's helping a little bit with the bottle amassing.
No, it's the opposite. Because when you get it split, and you go, I need a bottle of this. Well, anyway,
what's funny? We have this thing where it's like I'm not buying any bottles, but if we split one, that doesn't count, right? And it's almost like I want this bottle, I'll split it with the boys, and it's like cheating the system. But
can I ask a question on bottle splits? How I guess is it because you guys are remote? I guess I was going to say who gets the bottle? Is it the
rotates.
person?
So because you can get 200ml bottles, you end up with 600ml. So then you split that down into 30ml. So you get 200ml and a 30ml, which then equates to
a bottle.
Roughly a bottle.
With a dram left in a bottle.
With a dram left for the person that's doing all the effort. So it kind of works out well. Although in saying that, I'm going to shout Ryan out here. I'm going to call him out because the last couple of times, no 30ml. Just the 200.
Maybe he's not good with the math.
Oh, he's good with math.
All right, okay.
But
maybe there's a lot of spillage when he's decanting.
How's Ryan with the word count?
Pardon?
How is Ryan with the word count?
When
he writes, what's his word count like?
Oh, in Dramface?
Oh.
Yes.
Are we trying to uncover who Ryan may be or something? Or?
Well, I was just curious on numbers. That's pretty ambiguous. You would never. I would never dox someone. No worries. We'll gloss over that. We'll gloss. We'll gloss. Just while we're on the topic of samples, though, it's funny, Gordo. I repurposed one of your little flat plastic bottle numbers, which I liked, and I liked a long rectangular label on it. I thought, nice. Appealed to my design sensibilities. It's practical because it wouldn't smash. Roy Duff. It's perfect. It's perfect. Then I repurposed it and took it to a whiskey meet here in Portland, and I snuck it in. It was a white elephant thing set up, which was it was good fun. And it was it was an interesting premise for the white elephant. You were to bring a bottle you didn't care for or were trying to get rid of, and then you white elephant it as a sample. People could try it, and then there was a give and take. The reactions that I got for using your plastic bottle, they were all like, "What's that? Who's brought shampoo? Who brought shampoo? Is that soapy?" So that was lost in translation. I think that's got to be back in Blighty only, those bottles.
You have to be careful what plastic you use, right, for that type of thing. But if it's usually from a whiskey supplier, then you're usually okay. But you wouldn't store it in plastic. You don't want to keep it in plastic for too long, right?
No. Hey, Gordon. Hey.
I didn't say. Funnily enough, I just smelled that one. I didn't get it. But recently, I opened a couple of whiskey samples that have been in these things, and they all had a same note of like blueberries. And I wondered if that was the plastic starting to impart.
Well, there's worse things that plastic could impart other than blueberries. It's not. Is it a bad blueberry note?
No, it was nice, but then if everything just turns into blueberries, then you lose the whole sample thing.
Now, I remember you shared this in the EIS chat, and I kind of like I pulled a few out that I'd been saving. You generously sent us a load of samples from one of your trips to Springbank, to Campbelltown, and I got the blueberry note, but it was very like metallic-y, like it almost like blue plastic. Like, so I've been trying to like see them off just before they kind of like turn anymore. But it's interesting. Like, I don't think I've tried from that point on. I've avoided reusing plastic bottles.
Yeah, I've moved to glass again because it's just the worry of it. You know, you're giving people these samples that, like you, Rob, maybe don't get around to 2 years later. It's like, oh, it's just like a big plastic tub.
Yeah, and plus I like the fact that with glass, it feels like it's more eco, and you can sling them in the dishwasher and reuse them again. So
lazy.
Aye. Do you know what? I've only just started putting Glencairns in the dishwasher. I would always
Double lazy.
hand wash. Well, I was always fearful of taint.
I've gone lazy.
Yeah.
If you put it on a full cycle and you do a proper rinse in a dishwasher and you let the glasses air on the side, they're fine. You will wash off the etching on branded glasses. Not the etching. It looks like etching, but it's not. It's printed. But the etching stays on, of course. But the stuff that's just printed to look like etching, that will wash off in time.
Okay. That's where you find out who's truly invested in their brand, right?
I know almost everyone is just doing the print now. So it will wash off in time, but that just means that you've got lots of blank. So the ones that you want to keep that are precious, in fact, you can see there's a turntable one. I don't even know if anybody can see that there's a turntable.
Let me see if I can do this. There you go.
Yeah, but you can probably see the logo on that, but it's printed, so I know. And the dishwasher, if I scratch this, there's hardly anything on it. It's just so that eventually, if I put this in the dishwasher, it'll wash off. But that's fine. That's fine. I've also got a sample here. Well, before we move on to Arnie's question, and I said to the fella who gave me this sample, a 21-year-old Springbank, that I was going to sip it that very evening, and he gave it to me in Glasgow.
Wrong.
Hey Rob,
that's Springbank.
I'll take this home, and I said I'll sip it tonight. I'll sip it this very evening. And luckily, there was a pink pen at hand, and I was able to write on it who gave me that sample. Hus from he's from the Netherlands, isn't he?
He is.
And you can see it's still full and intact, and I didn't sip it, so apologies to him. But I think the punchline to all of that sample thing is they inevitably will be left to languish from time to time. All the more reason for you to put your name on it if you're the gifter rather than who it's going to. I think that's pretty critical. Then when somebody does get around to it, you've got a chance of getting some feedback. Just can I circle back to the collection question that came up from Everwind before we get on to Doodle the Dram? Would that be all right?
Aye, you want to bring it up, or can you remember?
Yeah, because I think a lot of the time
for the 5 year.
We have this anxiety about collections because we frame it in the same way we might manage a fridge, right? That it's going to go, we've got too much butter in the fridge. It's going to be out of date before we get to use it or something. Or maybe not an extreme example, but it's almost an inventory in a house. But whereas we have to get to the point, it's some stage where we accept that whiskey has become a hobby and a passion, and an inevitable symptom of that is you become a terrible boater, but you also over-accumulate far too many bottles. And you want to taste more and more. The more of an impact whiskey has on you, the inevitably you want to taste more of it. And that's, you can do bottle splits, you can do clubs and lots of things where you all get together. But as Gordon's just pointed out, that inevitably inspires you to probably explore even more and more and more. And it just becomes more and more great. You have to get to, at some point, just accept the fact that you've got more whiskey than you can consume in 5 years or how many years, and it's okay. In fact, it's a privilege. It's just providing you've not exposed yourself financially, providing that people can still move and function in the house for, they're not tripping over whiskey bottles and things. It's in a proper place, and it's not crazy. It's not a sickness, right? It's just, it's okay to have. It could be worse. It could be wine. Or a multitude of other things that you couldn't keep for that long. But I speak to golfers, and they've got extra sets of clubs and all sorts of nonsense in their garage. They've got far much more golf equipment than they would use to play around the golf ever, and they're never going to use it again. The same if you speak to people who go fishing or whatever they do. If you're into classic cars, you maybe don't have multiple cars, but you've got a garage full of spare parts for the classic car that you're running, right? The over-accumulation of having more than you need is part of the fun of it. And I think sometimes, it's good to be mindful and certainly work within your means and all of that. But I think we often give ourselves a hard time for it. But maybe that's coming from me because I have to function like that with the amount of bottles that I've got, as you can see over my shoulders. So yeah, sometimes I think we're a wee bit overly anxious about the over-accumulation thing. I think it's just an inevitability. Sorry.
Let's play a game though. Roy, if you were to stop by now, how long do you think your collection would last you?
I would love to get to the end of my collection in a healthy way, but I would be older than Moses. I'm not kidding. It's obscene. It's absolutely obscene. Hence
So,
why
Arnie,
you come up with things like the infinity cask and you put lots of bottles in the cask to kind of
Oh,
keep
aye.
the real estate free.
How's that?
It's a mess. Of course it's a mess. But what I'm doing is I'm generating more whiskey. But if I can get that to a condition where it's in good shape and I can just give bottles of that to people that come, then maybe that's going to be worthwhile. But it has to be something that people actually want to drink. But of course you're just adding more complexity to the problem that we're trying to solve.
The whiskey doesn't go away, it just gets put into something else.
If anyone's got answers on how to solve that problem in the chat, put it in. Doodle the Dram, Arnie is asked, what is the best bottle you've had on the shelf for the longest? What's a magical thing you're eking out as a throwback to early on in your whiskey journey? And I've pulled that up because I would also say that maybe serves, or well, maybe that's a separate thing. I was going to say, because I've also briefed the boys on another few whiskies. One of mine answers that question, but I'll go for it anyway. I'll say it anyway. My answer to Arnie's question is also my Christmas Day Dram. It's the bottle that comes out pretty much only on Christmas Day.
Ooh.
It was a fresh cork pop this year. It was also probably, I think, the last one I have, because I bought a couple way back before it was silly money. So much like the earlier topic of like a whiskey or a distillery that's gone beyond what you're willing to pay now, this is in that category. I think I have one that I've put aside into my son's 21 birthday celebration stash, so he'll receive one when he's 21. But my bottle that answers that, Arnie, and it was my Christmas Day bottle, is in a wooden box that I'm holding up, and it's the Glengoyne 25.
Well,
and I think I got this back when I think you could maybe, I want to say maybe $300, something like that. But I will say it's just phenomenal. It's worth that. It's not worth whatever you have to pay now for that. But I had this after my other festive dram, which was, no surprise, it's the Tomatin PX distillery only. And I love this stuff, but the Glengoyne 25 showed me how refined a sherried whiskey can be. It's just phenomenal. So that would be that, Arnie, for me. That I'm going to eke that out over as many Christmases as I can. And it's probably one not to be it's not whiskey till it's shared. It's probably one that's just for me. Sorry.
Which is fine.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Rob, have you got one that you're eking out, or is your Christmas?
All three in terms of like throwback to my early whiskey as well. Like I was trying to think then, because it's just over there, my shelf. But I was trying to think what it could be. But I think it's possibly one of the first bottles in my first year at least that I bought. And so back from 2020 now when I bought this. And I think it's possibly the best example of this bottle that I've ever had as well. And it's the Springbank 12 cask strength.
Oh,
and
aye.
I can't remember if it's full matte sherry or it's a very high proportion of sherry, but it's the darkest 12 cask strength I've ever seen. And it's right at the back of the shelf, full guard whiskey and force. And I adore it. It's not a Christmas dram. I do treat myself to it every now and again. I mean, I've had it for over 5 years and I think it's still half full. But it's just, yeah. I'm still chasing that Springbank again with every release that comes out, but they're just obviously, it's forever shifting in profile. So
So, but have you tried to track down more of that release, or
No. I've not.
Okay.
Well, I've not been. There was a time when I was quite active on auctions, but ever since I've kind of enforced this like bottle ban or just trying to control what I'm spending, I've not looked to chase it. So once it's gone, it's gone. It's actually rare that I've actually bought multiples of bottles. To be honest, it's not something I've really looked to do. But to be honest, the amount of bottles that I am collecting. It's just because I'm terrified to open them, and the high expectations that they have in my mind could never surpass probably what they taste like. That being said, sorry, just as a little anecdote to that. That being said, I got called out on this. So we were out. It was the Thursday or the Friday before Glasgow Whiskey Festival. It'd been the Friday, and one Stefan Novak gave me a blind sample of something, and I was like, "This is possibly one of the greatest whiskies I've ever tried." It just floored me. And he says to me, he goes, "You have this bottle in your collection." I was like, "All right then, what is it?" And it was one of the local barleys that I've been too scared to open. And the amount of people have recommended me that I just sell it or just open it or whatever. And it's that idea of it not having the right time or place to enjoy it. But
there'll be some point in the future, Rob, you'll rediscover that and you'll just bring it along, and it'll be even more amazing because it'll be more of a blast from the past relic. But you actually told us that wee anecdote on podcast 36. It went,
really?
Yeah, it just went live yesterday. Yeah,
of course it did.
Superb.
I think it's one of those ones that is too good for me just to have now, and I just need to just take it somewhere and just put it on the table or put it in samples.
Just open it, man.
And just
open it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get done.
What, seeing as the mic's hot with you, Rob, and it's a good segue from this, and we'll come back, Gordo, Roy, we'll answer this for you guys as well. But Rob, what was your Christmas Day dram?
So I don't have a Christmas Day dram in terms of like I'm sat down and like relaxed, and it's like the one dram. I try and pick a bottle that I can enjoy throughout the day, and it not be like, again, it's not like a pressure bottle to have like I need to sit and think and like take time for it, because with two kids and a young family and like going to friends' houses and carting them all around, I kind of need to be light on my feet and then collapse at the end of the day. The one I picked this year is I try and pick something that's sherried, fully sherried, like, or very highly sherried at least, to kind of fit in that Christmas mood. So this year I picked a not very secret Speyside Macallan 12.
Oh.
And this is the really hits that spot of like, it's 48%, so it's not too low, it's not too high. It kind of has a bit of kick to it. It still feels quite special in terms of like, it just feels very Christmassy. Really
nice, superb. Gordo, have you got anything that would fit Arnie's brief of?
No.
Oh, you're just rinse them, just kill it.
I don't have anything stashed from then at all.
That's admirable. I quite like that.
I don't know if it is because there were so many big stores that have just yum 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 down it goes.
But they've become that for you. They've transferred into your persona now. Their memories, their core memories.
That's what it's all about for me, is just experiencing it to the best that I can within that frame.
Yeah.
I did, I've had the multiples of things in the past. Like one of the first kind of Ardnas that really sung to me was the UK exclusive 339. And I had 3 of those, all gone. Nowadays, I've got a couple of bottles that I've put away. Just, they're away, and I've just trying to forget about them. But no, I just keep drinking them.
That's fine. What? I did ask about a Christmas Eve dram as well. I was like, what did we leave out for Santa? We'll come back to that. We'll go in reverse. What was your Christmas Day dram?
It was this. So, this is one that I have stashed for a couple of years now. I got it when I was in Campbelltown with Uncle Fusty on the Whiskey Dash. And it is obviously a Geary, but it's a white
hold.
matured
Nice.
I think this is one that we split, right, Gordo?
No. Did we?
What's the ABV?
I think so.
54.9. But it's Christmas Day for me was wine and port this year. And I had one dram and it was this one. Because I'd bought a raft of ports to see and sherries to see if I could start educating myself in what influence these casks have on the whiskies, right? It's because you taste a whiskey, you go, oh, it tastes like I think that. And I don't actually know the lineage between what a port tastes like and what that then does to the whiskey. And so I bought a load of ports and sherries and things like that. Sauternes.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a white port and it was so delicate compared to the other ones. The version I had. But for this Geary, it just brings such a big breadiness to it. Big sweet bready thing. It's phenomenal. It's such a good whiskey. This is my second bottle of it.
What was the finish again on that one?
White port.
White port. Okay. So that's in line with your profile that you want on that day.
Aye, like a dessert wine, a kind of sweeter thing, something that's a bit richer and ties in with all the stuff that you're eating.
There you go.
That one. Or am I being?
Aye, that's the one.
Yeah.
So we did split it.
I think you might have bought a spare one and generously split it just between Ryan and myself, rather than a full threes with it. Yeah. Anyway.
What happened was I actually bought Cadenheads had just started doing the wee 200ml bottles in the shop, so they had a big rack full of everything that was in the shop, but it was wee bottles. I thought I'm going to be sensible and bought a wee bottle, and then immediately regretted it because I wanted a big bottle. So I went and bought two, and then bought another one to split. But I've been saving this ever since then. I think that might have been 2 years ago. But
was your port finished whiskey accompanying any cheese perchance on Christmas Day? What, pray tell, did it pair particularly well with?
At that point in the proceedings, it got a bit loose.
Aye. It just paired with the moment.
Aye. We had a load of nice cheeses this year, but there was one that stood out for me, and it was called a Black Bomber. Oh my God, Rob has
is that one encased in wax?
Black wax.
Yeah.
Aye, right.
I brought that to the cheese one. That was my cheddar option, and he got recommended to me at the cheesemongers or the cheese and wine shop. That is a belter.
That was on your cheesy one.
Yeah,
podcast.
That was we had to pick four, didn't we? And that was one of the kind of It
was good.
Did you eat the cheese after midnight? Were you playing?
Oh no way!
Dangerously.
Put the fear into me about that one.
Superb, Gordo. Roy, I mean, I don't think there's any. Well, is there anything that you're eking out?
No, I mean, I remember a time when I did have a few bottles of. I'm having the night of my life. By the way, the three that I've got in the glass in front of me are phenomenal now. Phenomenal, based on that sample that I burst open, and the remit that you've given us. I drifted away from that because I discovered quite quickly that my Christmas dram became whatever I was in the mood for. We have to be careful that recency bias plays a huge part in that. You tend to reach for whatever's kind of in your recent memory. But it's just whatever you're in the mood for on the day. But there were a couple of years that passed in recent years where I had a Brora to reach for, of course, and that was nice. But I find it challenging to find a quiet 20 minutes on Christmas Day. It's just constant. And by the time you do have peace and quiet on your own, you're sitting in a mess at the end of the day and you just want to switch the lights off and crawl off to bed, right? So I had the Brora was for a couple of years. But this year, and I don't know if this is your thing where you're talking about Santa's dram and Christmas dram and whatever the third thing was we had to pick a whiskey for. Oh yeah, the one to take to someone's house. I don't know if that's what we're talking about here, but I've poured that now. So I've got the original thing you asked for, and that's what I opened with. I've got the sample that I poured for Sevy's Clynelish from 76.
Yeah.
And right in the middle here is the one that I had on Christmas Day. And it's just amazing to have this open again. But this is another Clynelish. I'm being a bit boring tonight. This is if anybody watched the V-pub that we did from Edredale, this is the one that we opened while we were there. So this is 8687, the famous 1995 vintage bottling, and we opened it live on the stream, and it's just, I've not had a sip of it yet, but it's gorgeous. So recency bias. This is a legendary whiskey for me. Recently opened, I knew what I was going to have on Christmas Day. So I do find it a wee bit intimidating when you walk in and try to, what am I going to have? What am I going to have? And sometimes it's not the really old stuff that you're in the mood for. Sometimes it's not the soft and mature stuff. Sometimes you want something with a bit of grip, something that's a bit bold, something that's a bit interesting, something you need something light and fresh. And it's, honestly, for me these days, it's really down to mood.
Yeah. I think my so far I'm pretty predictable with my mood at Christmas. Like, I know I want a thick, jammy, sherry something. Like, it's 100%. I'm not, you know, I've been blown away with the Imperial, Roy, that you gave me a healthy half bottle, quarter bottle, whatever. But that's not Christmas for me. But again, it's all personal. Here's a question then. So the other brief, or the one of the three briefs, was what whiskey did we leave out for Santa? And I'll go first in case we need to think about it. But Rob, you and I are fairly aligned. And you know, the McWee Santa also likes jammy, sherried, because it's cold. You know, there might be an alter ego that he wants peat, but my Santa wanted even more sherry, and he was very lucky in as much he got a 16-year-old Macallan.
Oh, lovely. Black label's great.
At, where are we, 57.1, because, you know, it's cold work delivering all those presents up and down into that sleigh. You want a wee winter warmer, and I will pour this in my glass to remind me, as I kick the metaphorical ball to Robbo. What was pre-poured for Santa?
So Santa this year was a bit delinquent and had a lot of presents to wrap the night before.
Oh dear.
So in similar context to his Christmas dram, or my Christmas dram, it was something that would need just easy, but possibly one of my favorite whiskies in the past 18 months, 12 months. And it's one of those ones that I'm like, yeah, if I don't have to think about what I'm picking, this is what I'm grabbing. And it's my second bottle now. And the big man actually tanned it this year. And I mentioned this before already on the pod. It is the Drucket Doug. And I just love it. I just absolutely love it. We ended up cracking up the latest release, the 9-year-old. That's just the same. It's the same story, just an extra year. And it's just lovely. It's just really, really good stuff. I keep trying to recommend it to people, and I know it was one that was recommended to me by Scotty Monroe, and it's in that. It's not a winter warmer. It's not one to kick. It wasn't one for me to kick my my feet and kick back, but yeah, it's a good one.
Was Santa building any dolls' houses or anything like that in your house?
Unfortunately, not. No. Totally.
That might not go well with cask strength, eh?
Yeah, a bit skew with.
Yeah, Gordo, what was Santa what was put out for Santa on the Isle of Skye?
I went a bit obvious as well, but there you go. Santa requested something that was true to character, a pure expression of something, knowing that I was going to go down the kind of cask influence stuff the following day. So I went for a bit of a rare one. It's this, which is a 2025 local games bottling of unpeated 10-year-old single cask Ardnamurchan.
Nearly gubbed.
Yeah, I can't help myself. 57.8. This is just everything that you could ever want from a whiskey, in my opinion. It's coastal but floral, like blossom, soft, like orange, fondant. It just is magic. 120 bottles. You could only get this if you went to a local Highland Games up here on the West Coast. So Arasaig, Cologne, Fort William, and some other one. And they had them in the kind of the tent thing. So I travelled down with Mini Crystal. Oh,
sorry, we'll edit that out. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't worry.
I travelled down with the small
No,
person.
bother. Aye.
Live, and we picked it up.
Put him on full screen while he blushes.
I am already blushing. That's mental.
Caught red-handed.
That's what it is at this point, isn't it?
We'll edit all that out, Gordon. Don't worry.
Aye, nobody will know. Nobody will know.
It's just become such common parlance with me. It just rolls off the tongue.
Well, here's a question: what event were you partaking in at said Highland Games? Were you tossing a K-bar? Were you tossing a welly? What were you? What was your...
It was the burger eating competition, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
How many? Last. Okay. Up your numbers. Oh,
it was just a wee kind of down and back trip to see what they had, and they had this, and I had to get it, as well as some other bits and bobs. But anyway, this is what I poured for Santa.
Very good.
Edit that bit out. We'll forget about it by the end of the night.
Did he polish the sample off, or did he leave some behind?
Oh, it was tanned. Tanned responsibly.
Did you leave a wee bit of Black Bomber cheese out as well, or in place of that?
That was Christmas Day.
Right.
Christmas Eve was a carrot and mince pie.
A mince pie carrot is the perfect pairing then with the Highland Games Ardna.
Yeah.
Roy, what was put out in Casa de Duff for Santa?
I have to be honest, this was the first year that there was nothing put out. There was a wee pang of, there was a kind of bittersweet feeling, right? I mean, the ages of my kids now, 2 of them are driving. And one of them, it's probably not cool to come down and see a half-eaten carrot on the fireplace anymore in the morning, right? So we just skipped it this year. But I did have a wee kind of pang, and I went away and I deliberately poured myself the dram that is usually left for Santa. There were no mince pies or carrots or glasses of milk or whatever to have along with it. I just sat there once all the dust had settled on Christmas Eve, and I had a wee. I don't mean to be on brand tonight, but I'm realizing
I'm spotting a wee trend.
It looks like we are sponsored by Signatory Vintage tonight because Gregor's held one up, Rob's held one up, Gordo's so far not, but there's time yet. But this is another one that I took from the stash. And it was opened recently, and I realized because I gave Gregor, he says I gave him a half bottle or a third of bottle, but I tell you, when he walked out my house, there was 3/4 of that bottle and that Imperial he walked away with. So it's not my fault he's got no much left. So when he took the Imperial away, I realized I didn't have an open Imperial left, and I got that opened very, very quickly. And what's amazing to me is I'm sipping it alongside that 8687 Clynelish, that 1976 Clynelish that I opened from the sample tonight. And I'm going back to the glass of the Imperial that we opened with. And ironically, the wax is coming from the Imperial because the 2 Clyneliches are darker, kind of more towards a slightly treacly end of the spectrum, whereas this is really clean and bright and white candle wax, specifically white candle wax. It's an absolute dream. So that was my Christmas Eve whiskey that I had sitting very, very late, and it was superb. Just what Santa ordered.
Well, you were headed for a lump of coal under the tree until you said you left an Imperial out for him. So fair play.
That's right.
So here on that one, we often talk about that waxiness, right? The wax this, the waxy. Do we is wax more a nose note or a textural note?
Yes.
Let me rephrase that question for the benefit of the podcast. Which is it? Is it both? Is it one more than the other?
Yes, it's both. I mean, you know what wax smells like, right? You know what a box of Crayola smells like, or if you scratch a white candle, or if you... We know what waxy smells like. We also can use wax to describe mouthfeel. And we can also use wax to describe maybe the flavour of wax. And I remember getting into a discussion once upon a time, a long time ago, nobody eats wax, Roy, shut up, but nobody eats tree bark or shoe polish or paint or dung or all the other flavour notes that we like to use for whiskey, right?
I was going to say, I've definitely seen my kids eat Baby Bell's Hull before.
Once you get past a certain age, let's say, and if you're not a dog.
I reckon Gordon chews on a Crayola, to be fair.
I was going down the dung route, but carry on.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of the words that we use to articulate the experience. And if the closest we can get to is wax, we use it. And I don't know how the wax thing came about. Maybe it'd been described for forever. But I think that when Clynelish, when Brora and spirits of that ilk, at a certain point in time in the 80s and 90s, when people started to write down and describe whiskey a bit like they were doing with wine for millennia, we started to do it with whiskey at some point, and then it became an online phenomenon, and wax just kind of caught fire, and it became associated with typically old Sutherland whiskies, Clynelish's. And why? Well, because there was wax there, and it was demonstrably there, and you could talk about it both on the nose, on the palate, and as a texture as well. But it's in my experience, you can pick up an ancient Glenfiddich, an ancient Glengrant, an ancient, as I've just demonstrated today, a fairly ancient Imperial, and you can get wax. And it's not just kind of, I'm getting a hint of, or do you think there might be wax in here? If I was to pour this, I don't think anyone around the table would defy that there is no wax in this glass. I think it's quite obvious and apparent. And I think that a lot of whiskies at a certain age, matured in a certain way, will start to display waxy characters, however they manifest on the nose, on the palate, or on the texture.
Fair play. Well, listen, that was a good round of the prompts. We have one last prompt left. We won't go there yet. I want to pull some of the comments in. I was kind of asterixing or starring some as we go. We'll maybe treat these as a kind of quick fire. By all means, I've got one. By all means, fellow listeners, those that are live right now, fill the chat with any questions right now, and we will try and catch them through, and we'll go through them. This was on the back of the conversation around collections. It was from Martin, and he was saying, what do the lads think will happen to their collection if something happens to them? I guess you mean us, not the collection. Gordo, I don't think it applies to you, right? Because your stash is pretty lean.
They'll be opened at the funeral, and everyone will drink them, and they'll remember how much of a lush I was.
That's a belter. That's going to be a hell of a week. I'll make that one. I'll make time for that one.
I thought you were going to say I'll make that one happen.
Yep.
Rob, what? Any thoughts on?
To be honest, I've said to my missus that for the day it happens, everyone's having a dram in hand. I think is a traditional or a tradition in a Gaelic tradition of having a dram at a funeral. But that's definitely happened. I don't know what's going to happen to the rest of it. I imagine it'll get thrown up on Facebook Marketplace or something similar, as one job lot. Because I'm a rare breed in terms of whiskey enjoyers in my parts. So
I think I would do that. I think I would ask if I've done my bit. I'll have broken off a little stash for Brody anyway, so that'll be taken care of. I think anything unopened, should get liquidated into money, come back,
Mhm.
and then everything that's open is put behind the bar at the wake. That would be good. I might have to write that down. I might have to put that as part of the
Has anyone
planning.
else done that in terms of your Brody stash? Is anyone else like saving bottles for the kids when they're down the line, or to sell as a trust fund, or no?
No, I've got a different stash.
It's called an ISA.
No, it's these things.
Oh, lovely.
Of course.
Have you started that, or is that? Is
It's 10 years old now.
Is there one of each release?
Pretty much.
That's cool.
That is very
That's
cool.
cool. So what I'll do is I'll introduce Brody to Fraser Jr. and then I get the what? No, I'm joking. That's beautiful. That's lovely. That's great. I love.
Which is why I drink all my whiskey and I don't treat it as a collection.
Aye, fair.
Yes, of course.
Roy, what happens to the library that you have?
It's interesting because this discussion came up twice in the presence of my wife, and one of them was when Sevi was here before we went up to Pitlochry. We spoke about this, but also when the Whiskey Rev was down, and it was so she's drilled. She knows if it's a sealed bottle, get it off to auction, and liquefy it, get it into cash. And if it's an open bottle, reach out to the Whiskey Revs, the Sevies, the Gregors, the Scots, the Robs, the Gordos, the whoever, and just say, anybody want to come and take this? Because there's no provenance to an open bottle, but at least I've not peed in it, right? It's just, it's going to be, you're going to be taking whatever whiskey you want to take away. In terms of bottles that are kind of precious that I want to pass on as heirlooms, I don't really have much of that. I don't have anything that I particularly think is going to become particularly valuable. It's just not a thought that occurs to me. But, I suppose that if I work out that either my girls or my son were interested in whiskey and actually would value something like that, I suppose I'll work that out in the years ahead and be able to work out what those bottles might be. But right now, I've just got open bottles and closed bottles, and I don't really give much thought to mortality. But I've obviously just admitted that I had that discussion twice in front of my wife, so it must be in my mind somewhere. but yeah, I'm just kind of carrying on and doing what I want with my whiskey right now, not really thinking much about that. My wife knows to keep or sell the sealed bottles, and just get rid of the open bottles. Yeah. It's quite a morbid thing to be talking about, Chris.
I know. We'll segue quickly off. How do we say? What's that? B. Vander Gulick. B. Vander? B. Vander. You can be Vander. At the beginning of my collection, my bottles all felt really precious. But I feel the more bottles in my collection, the more I want to share them with others. Do you feel the same?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's only natural that when you get into it, you want to have that experience for yourself, right? Because you're scavenging and you're going, right, I'm going to. But then the more you network, the more friends you make, the more you want to say, try this, try that.
Yeah.
So it's just a natural progress, natural process to go through.
Agree.
I quite like quite a good way of just opening bottles for the sake of sharing them. Like we obviously do our splits, and I've had bottles before. I'm like, this just needs to be out there. I remember I've managed to finally get a bottle of the Bowmore. Is it the Vault Edition one or the sea salt one that you very much
Atlantic
enjoy,
sea salt? Yeah,
yeah. And I had one. I have, yeah. I shared it between the EIS, and it's great. I'm just so glad I finally did it. And instead of having to buy a bottle to then split, or we'd all picked a bottle we wanted to try, it was a case of like, no, this just needs to get shared.
Did you get that tropical mango note to it?
100%.
I mean, I know they talk about sea salt, and it's clearly a salty whiskey, but that tropical fruit thing is just wonderful in that bottling.
Well, it's funny. The first time I actually ever tried it was on Isla, and you'd brought a bottle. I think you might have brought 2 for that trip. And
really?
I think so. I remember that the first one that got swiftly killed on the first day of being there. I feel like there was another one there, but maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering. But yeah, the tropical note in the salt is just delicious.
Yeah,
really good
Fantastic.
stuff. Bring it back.
I do agree with Vander. I think it's Vander. Vander. I agree. I also think that there's also now a special category of moment where you're like, because I'm all for the sharing as well. You know, I love nothing more than when you've got people around for dinner or you've got house guests and you're like, try this, bring it out, and it's open, right? It's open already. That's cool. But there is another category, which is I want to open this with you. This moment, I want this moment even more special, and there is probably some bottles that are in that category, which is special to like see the foil come off. I like that.
Risky business, because
I
was up at the my neighbour's house, and he has a big cabinet that he's got lots of closed whiskey, 99% closed whiskey, and we were up one night just for just an impromptu get together. He's like, yeah, I'm going to open one. Yes, I'm going to do it. And he was really hyped, and he picked one, and we opened it, and he was so disappointed with this whiskey. And he was like, oh, I've been saving that, and it was,
yeah,
you know, it was just such a flat line. I think
there has to be. Is it only me that's desperate to know what it is? What it was?
It was a Glenmoe, Scotty.
A Glenmoe.
Aye.
A Glenmorangie.
It was in a black box.
Signet, maybe?
No, it wasn't Signet. No, it wasn't.
No, Signet's quite impactful. People remember Signet.
I love Signet. Have you seen that they've split? Sorry, we'll come back to the Signet, but come on, God, though.
Yeah.
So I'm going.
I'm in no rush.
We'll edit this pause out, and it will look super slick.
It's the one that's it's like a black square box with a silver on it.
It's still Signet so far.
No, it's not silver.
Oh man,
must be an old one, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's in somebody's stash.
Anyone in the chat know the answer? It sounds familiar.
Is it that one?
Well, there's a wee delay there as well, Rob, so it's going to get even more awkward.
What was that one?
There we go. Oh, he's holding up. Hang on. Oh, Lasanta? Quinta Ruban? No.
Oh, it's probably green, isn't it?
Which one is that?
Black.
Quinta Ruban 12.
Special Quinta Ruban.
Cask.
It's not the regular Quinta Ruban, it's a...
And what, you were...
12-year-old.
It was a duffer.
I thought it was good, but he thought it was like, oh, is that it?
Oh, right.
And
but I think that's the case for Glenmorangie's finishes. I think they're very gentle, subtle.
I don't know. Expectation didn't meet reality, perhaps.
Yeah,
which is a wee.
Sorry,
listen to him and everyone else who's like, I'm going to keep that, and it build. The longer you keep it, the more it builds up, and then you go.
There's also the risk of things you buy early on in your journey. They kind of like you evolve past them in terms of like your palate and how much what you're enjoying and stuff. And there's things like I have an old Quinta Ruban in the older version. I must have bought it like 3-4 years ago, and I bought it. I'm just not that bothered to open it, really.
Yeah. It's lost its purpose.
Yeah, I actually bought it at the same time I bought my first Glendronach 15, and I got swiftly opened and seen off. But yeah, it's the way it goes, I guess.
Keep me honest, Roy. Glenmorangie were one of the first few to be doing the finishes, right? Like were they not first to market with a lot?
Yeah, I mean, famously, they built a range based on their core bourbon cask matured, what we know is originally being the 10-year-old, the original, Glenmorangie original. And then they had extended maturations. Quinta Ruban was port, obviously. You're asking me to remember what the others are. Lasanta, Sherry, and the other one.
Nectar d'Or.
Nectar d'Or, of course, yes. Which is it? It's not Sauterne, is it? Sauterne?
Yes.
I think it's Sauterne.
Yeah.
Anyway, and they had these other, and so the age statement represented how long the finish was, more or less. Like 12 years old was 2 years, and 4 was 4 year, that type of thing. But and they were the first to bring it to market and actively market it beyond Balvenie's Doublewood. Balvenie's Doublewood is widely credited as being the first kind of widely marketed, mass exported, mass market, branded, recognizable, openly advertised to be a finished product. Finishing is something that's always existed for various reasons, but to actually celebrate it and market it as a concept, I think it's widely at the feet of Balvenie. I might be wrong there. I've just worked out that I could log in to the YouTube channel as Dramface. So now if anybody is typing at Dramface Whiskey in the chat, all right, I should be able to pick it up, and hopefully if there's anything that's super critical, I'll be able to flag it or highlight it. But I've just started a poll without asking you, Gregor. I hope that's okay. Did you see that poll?
I did.
Where's this poll?
He wants an early shower.
No, that's not at all. I'm actually so comfortable. I'm very, very happy. The whiskies I'm sipping are gorgeous. The people I'm sipping the whiskey with are the best people. I'm in no hurry for it to end. I think I've started the poll for reassurance. I've asked how long should this live stream last? And the options I've given is I'm in no hurry, kill it new, 3 hours is fine, VPub style, or keep it going until 2026. So we'll leave that burning along. 60 people voted already. Keep the votes coming in and let me know. And there's probably a multitude of other answers I could have added, but I haven't.
I like it. We'll keep that poll live for the full duration, and we'll just wait until it says kill it new at 90%, and then
kill it new. That starts to climb up.
Aye. All right, I'll try and rattle through some of these. Gordon Burniston,
hello.
on the collection theme. Oh, cheers, Gordon. By the way, appreciate you. What are folks storing bottles in? I know Roy's in the Calax, cupboard style or open storage. I recently went old school library / glass doors cabinet vibe, a la time for a dram. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this. This is also my one feature for Dramface that's been threatened to be written since COVID. I wanted something that was functional but also met the grandness of your collection, and I was inspired, and I saw there was a way of angling them, and it was easy to get to. You weren't having to reach through bottles, so that for me was the brief, and I managed to kind of cobble that together through an IKEA and a particular angle. I'll share that. Here's I'll put my balls out.
Oh,
I will write said feature on how to customize the cabinets. I'm on. Dramfacers, look at camera. I commit to write a feature and give you the keys to my cabinet making 26 before the year's out. There we go. Boom.
I've been waiting for so long that I actually would commit that once you write that, Gregor, I will go and build it as a project.
If I write it, you will build it.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I would say immediately, sorry, just on that question, open shelving is I can't get on with it. It's so dusty. It creates so much. No, it needs to be sealed. And if you can make it pretty like yours are with the lighting, it's win-win, isn't it? So.
Aye, there we go. Well, what's your storage solution?
Matt, it's like a laddered shaped like open shelf unit that I repurposed into, I think, and it's just not for the purpose. It's all like I can fit 2 bottles on the one shelf and then like 6 bottles deep on the bottom shelf, and you can't get to it. It's just that's another thing as well, like access to be able to like get to the back and stuff. Whereas you need something like thinking ahead. Like my perfect scenario would be having something to store your whiskey or present your whiskey, but then something nearby to kind of like a bar situation to set yourself up with all your glasses and what have you. Because that's one thing is if you fill right to the edge of the capacity of the shelf, I used to pour on the shelf where the whiskey was stored. So it's like, where do you kind of like maneuver yourself? It's There's a whole thing. I feel like there's somebody, if they've got any engineers or like furniture designers in the community, yeah, exactly. Build the most perfect like whiskey storage solution. I think that'd be really interesting.
I think a pouring. I've thought about this before. A pouring station is needed. I'm pouring it on the edge.
Station.
Aye, fair. Gordon, when do we ever get our illuminated shelf back? I miss it.
Oh man, I must have the biggest fall from grace when it comes to whiskey storage and presentation, because I went from illuminated super shelves to a bit of knackered plywood held up with a 2x4 in the shed. Rickety, and it's not even a straight bit of plywood, it's bowed. It's utility.
How about we get you on the hook now that you finished a guest house? How about our illuminated shelf makes an appearance in 2026? New Year's resolution?
I have been promised, and I have it in writing, signed in triplicate, that when we extend our house, I am allowed a wall of whiskey.
Wow.
And it will be illuminated, and it will be laid out beautifully, ornately.
And I think that's one of you've mentioned it multiple times. Gregor started it talking about illumination. Anybody that's been in here will know that there's a cabinet along that wall, cabinets along that wall, cabinets right along the wall behind me. But even at that, I had bottles on the floor, and I needed to rearrange things, which meant I needed to find space for a cabinet in our TV room. And I sold it to Lynn, telling her I would make it look really attractive and nice. And she very, very reluctantly agreed. And I built the cabinet, and I went out, and because of that word, the I word illumination, because it was well lit, soft lighting, warm lights underneath the bottles shining upwards, so that there's no glaring bright lights. And I put glass doors on it because I didn't want to go in dusting it all the time. I wanted just to leave it. It was a low maintenance thing out there. After it was built and we were sitting in the room one night, she actually turned to me and said, "That looks really nice. I like it."
Winner.
And she said it was a bit like a fireplace.
Oh yeah.
What I've always said, when I come in here and have a wee seat and sit in the room, that this soft lighting does give me the same vibes as sitting next to a fireplace.
The amber glow.
Yeah,
it's like a pause, a pause, slow mo of the embers. The fact, yes.
And I think because you don't see any of the light sources, it's all coming through the whiskey, through the liquid.
Yeah,
and it's just so there's myriad different reds, golds, ambers, coppers, mahoganies. It's just fabulous to sit and contemplate, and I think that's how you get away with commandeering a wee bit more of the house for this type of thing, is that you can really do a good job of some glass doors and low wattage lighting and things, and really make it quite attractive. I think that's how you get around it. Yeah,
superb. Agree. Gary, thank you for qualifying. I will not be spending £450 on a Glengoyne 25. It was maybe worth 300. It's not worth 450.
What's the ABV, by the way? Is that like a 40, 43, or
43? Is it
48?
Oh, okay, respectable.
Which is pretty generous given it's Glengoyne.
Absolutely, that's why I thought that's the question.
PT Drama, I had to add this one in. Which of the 4 goals against Denmark was Roy's favourite, and what whiskey would you liken to it? That's a good one.
Is this a football question?
It's a soccer question.
I am out as well, Rob.
Take
a wee moment. Yeah.
I'm gonna refill. Have fun, boys.
I'm not gonna admit what my favourite was, because it's really hard to choose between 3. But I do want to give a shout out to Shanklin's goal that completely changed the character of the match, and we seem to be able to forget that goal because it was a tap and it was a perfect Shanklin goal, poacher's goal.
Aye,
and it really changed the shape of how that game played out. We'd have played a very, very different game, and we might never have seen Tierney coming in from the right like he did. We might never have seen that Kenny McLean halfway scalp. Yeah. So we're allowed 30 seconds to wallow in what we achieved in 2025, Gregor, right?
Yeah, totally. Santa delivered a customized, personalised top, Scotland football top for me and my son, with both our
superb.
names on it and our years of birth. 78 on the back of mine and 12 on the back of his.
Superb.
And Whiskey Veritas asks, do you struggle? We kind of answered this, but do you struggle to open new bottles in time before new acquisitions take the spotlight? My open bottle cabinet is overflowing into shelves, so one out stopped. I think
All
that's a
open.
good point.
In
All open.
In open. In open.
Living the dream.
In opened. Andrew confirms plastic tape's real and it can happen quite quickly, Gordo. So
Yeah,
we better stop with them.
depends on the plastic. I think if you get professional ones, the kind of what they PET or the ones you see these big square cubes in distilleries.
Ah, yes.
They made it of
totes.
Aye, definitely. No, but what are they called?
Totes.
Oh. Aye, they think.
Yeah.
I think if you get the plastic that's made out of, then I speak from experience in the science industry.
Oh, sorry, we're posting.
You've lost it. What? Stop pushing buttons.
Gordo put the GoPro.
Both of us are doing it.
On the GoPro. I love that.
Nobody needs to see that.
I've heard meta glasses. We could be doing that. PX Woodhouse, newer to the community, by the way. I saw you commenting on one of Roy's streams. Welcome to you. If you could start afresh with your collection, would you make major changes? Anyone? What changes?
Interesting.
More.
I would be more like Gordon. I think I would buy less, open more, get through it sooner.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
definitely.
I've definitely slowed. I haven't kept up the frequency of 21, 22, 23. But I guess that's natural as well, because you start focusing in on what you like. Whereas before it was like anything and everything, I want to try it.
Yep.
I don't think I would change that. I would still want to go on that voyage of discovery and go, maybe if there was a way I could do it in half bottles, better.
Yeah.
But if not, I think you've got to, not only have you got to have the experience of finding whiskies that you really love, you have to have the experience of finding whiskies that you hate, and you rue the decision of buying that bottle.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking about it and start scrutinizing more. Well, why didn't I like that? What was the cask? What was the age? What was the finish? What was the ABV? And then you start knowledgealizing.
That's the word.
Whoa. The drams are kicking in now.
I'd love to get you writing for Dramface one day, Gordon. That'd be amazing.
What's the word?
Knowledgealizing.
Makes you brainier.
Gordon,
Makes you brainier.
way back on the start of this podcast, I think it was very early on, and I kind of challenged you on your belief that you would not go over a certain sum for a bottle. What was it? It was triple figures, I think, right? We said
100. I think it was 100 quid.
Let's check in on that. Have we surpassed that? Have we breached that? Really?
Really?
And look at the colourfulness of your journey, and you've been able to do that for under $100.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
There's loads of whiskey out there.
Yeah.
Hang on, Roy's looking at me, so I'm wondering if I'm telling you. Both
I think if I don't want to speak on behalf of you,
go on in.
But I think you've had an exceptional couple of years. Whereas if you had been in a more kind of static role in your job and in your where you were staying, where you were, I think that you may have been afforded more time and more funds to focus on your whiskey thing. So I wonder if your whiskey exploration has taken a bit of a knock from pretty seismic upheavals.
Probably. Yeah, probably. But I've always had this frugalness when it comes to whiskey in terms of going over that triple digit. I don't know why, it's self-imposed, but though I've only ever bought maybe 2 bottles which are over 100 quid, which was the Aaron 21
So you have done it twice.
I have, aye. And the
But you said you hadn't.
and the My
I've
Name's
congratulated you. I'm taking that back. You fud. Did you not understand the question?
If you're taking the
grand scheme of
whiskey that I've bought, it was like your silent letter in the. Anyway, we'll get past that later.
Luckily.
It's not. But I was actually, in fairness, I've wrestled with that a little bit. I will
Quite right.
find silent letters, and the whole "I Am a Distillery" is going to be about that.
Anyway,
we'll move along because
My Name's
I have
Doddy.
to say, I kind of believe I'm saying this, but I'm with you on this, Gregor. We did ask him outright if he'd breached the £100, and he said no.
No.
And then he came along and said, "I've only done it twice."
And
does it need to get kicked out then?
To be fair, the first one was before Gregor asked the question, and the second one, it was a charity bottle, so it doesn't count.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, that
Well
no,
dodged.
that money left your wallet, and a bottle came into you.
But for a good cause, though. So,
well, we'll move along because we do need to kill the stream eventually. Brian Cabalis, cheers for your support, by the way. I think you probably are one of the most vibrant and engaged supporters. Any new? This is aimed firmly at Mr. Duff. Any new Dramface merch? Who will be the designer?
I don't know. I just don't know. So I don't know. One of the Dramface team is continually kind of suggesting that we do the merch thing. So we were using drop shipping for a wee while, and and no, it was him. we were doing the drop shipping thing, and I think once you spend more than 30 quid in a t-shirt, that doesn't feel like a fun thing anymore. It's expensive, and when I realized we were losing money on the merch side of things, I on top of the fact that I didn't love the quality of the merch either, I just decided, yeah, let's kill this. So once I can get, I mean, the Aquavite stuff, we talked about this recently, Gregor. You know, the Aquavite stuff is 5 and 6 and 7 years old because it was good stuff in the first place. So, but that was me literally shipping it all out individually, and it was, so it's a bandwidth thing. It cost a lot there, so probably didn't make a lot on that. It's really hard to make anything out of merch. But as Rob points out, and as I know myself, it's much more than trying to make money out of something. It's trying to establish a sense of that community and manifest it out there so that people can go along and people can ask, you know, what's Dramface? What's that about? So we do need a rethink, and it purely it's just come down to a bandwidth thing on my part. And you know, I've recently been turning down projects because I don't like the anxiety that comes with not having the hours in the day. So, but merch is something that if we can find a solution for in 2026, I would be up for it, because I remember being a fan of things before I did this thing and wanting the merch myself. I understand the dynamics. It's a cool thing. So it needs attention.
I feel like with these, there's going to be a lot of like New Year's resolutions, if that was like an underlying theme of this, because there is something that the boys know. I don't think, Roy, you've seen anything, but they've been cooking something for a long, long time, and it got put on the back burner, and we've previously so I'd love to see new merch. I'd love to see a few new things.
Aye, let's commit, because at the last year's Glasgow Whisky Festival, I said to Roy, you know, I want to represent Dramface, and I'll be honest, there's nothing yet that I would wear. I was like, let's fix that, let's do something, and we've not. So I think for 26, let's sneak one thing out, one thing of a Dramface. Might not be bad if it had a wee, well, on the beach of Miami, if there's a wee bit of tartan in there, if we could do it. But let's do that. Let's commit. So we'll put that on the back burner as a wish list.
The front
it's funny, actually,
at least.
Rob. Aye, okay, all right, aye. Well, here's another one for you, Rob. Then you can fix this one because we did. It was funny when we were in Glasgow. We did have a little bit of a working session, as it turned out to be. We had a wee brunch, and poor Rob wants to like switch off and just enjoy the weekend. In fairness, I think you did ask any feedback.
I did. I prompted it.
On the Dramface website or such, and I think we all kind of unloaded. I want to up my intake of Dramface, especially as the podcast host, and I proceeded to tell Rob that when I listen to the review, so when I audio prompt on my phone, it gives me all the menu and did it. So I gave Rob a few things to fix with that. I don't know if that will happen, but
there will be a tool that comes out, and Rob and I have been looking for this tool since day one. Am I right?
100%.
There will be a tool that comes out that integrates quite well with our service providers and platform, but right now it isn't there, and it is not a case. Rob will hopefully bear witness to this. It's not a case of being tight or frugal, because everything that Dramface is needed to buy in order to make it better. And these things are bloody expensive. We've just bought it to make it better. And we haven't found a tool yet that will just read the article, or, we build the article in such a way that it just reads the right bits or something like that. You're using iOS though, Gregor. That's why you get that tool, right? On Safari, maybe?
Maybe it's an Apple thing.
I think it could be.
70%
Google has
of the world.
it too. Google Chrome has it too, but there's caveats. It's clunky.
It's a difficult thing to do because, as I say, if we're going to get into the weeds of it, there's a lot of things that we try and do on the platform that we have, and really sweating it out, like, to make it work. And I put it out to people, colleagues, even just try and work the problem. And we're trying our best. There are limitations of things we can and can't do. The advent of AI is potentially help things in those areas, especially with like voice modulation and stuff. Not to get super geeky, but there are ways, and it must be.
I love it when you voice modulate. I love it.
But as Roy says, if it's something you're interested in, there is ways around of doing it on your own through iOS.
No bother.
A third party or whatever. But
maybe bank this though. I did want it towards the end of the stream. I didn't prompt this or didn't put this preempt, but like, have a wee think about what we might want from Dramface for 26, right? We'll just see that now.
It's like a. I was going to say put it out to the community.
Well, okay, all right. Your question, your Ask Me Anything is done now, gang. Now, from now on, we'll only put up things that are, what would you like to see in 26 from Dramface and from the podcast? But what I would like to do is start steering us towards the end.
Well, an update on the poll. How long should this live stream last?
Oh, here we go.
So we've had people. I mean, we were at 60% and higher for I'm in no hurry. That's now dropped to 56. Kill It New has gone from 1% to 2%. But interestingly, 2 to 3 hours is fine, and Keep It Going till 26 has gone up to 42%. So there's your feedback.
I think I just got a notification my family's left the house as well. So I think we're open to 26 in the McWee household.
Here we go.
So listen, we do have a guest sitting patiently in the background. I can see
we don't.
Little... Oh, yeah, we do.
A guest that didn't get the what bottle would you take to a house party question to participate.
No, I think we'll bring that said guest in with his dram poll, but I do want to round out the last prompt which I'd asked for you all in the spirit of festivities and the drams. So we've touched on what did we leave out for Santa, because Santa's real. We also touched on what
Father Christmas.
Father Christmas. Hey, release my wee dad. Release my wee dad. That's what they say, right?
Right, that's the song. Release my wee dad.
Aye. Feliz Navidad.
Police Navidad.
We've talked about our Christmas Day drams. What else happens around this time of the year, lads? What else is a big moment?
Hogmanay.
Hogmanay.
Best day of the year.
As any Scot knows, it's a toss-up actually between Hogmanay and the next day, right? I kind of miss first footing.
Yeah.
Rob, if I said, where are we going first footing? Would you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Is that a footy reference again?
No. So in Scotland, as much as the night before is a big thing, there's a big moment the next day, and there's a huge gravitas to who is the first foot into your house in the new year. And
Who's
you
the
would
first
go
guest that you welcome.
You'd go visiting, and it was traditional to take stuff. You'd have, and that was where you would have a lump of coal in your hand,
fuel,
and you would, warmth for the house. You would probably have a whiskey that you're taking.
Was there not like a black bun or something as well? There was a food.
Is there a black bun?
It was a black pudding sometimes,
or a pudding.
Yep.
I thought you meant like the really
people went along the black theme, but honestly, it often became shortbread for food, and a bottle of drink. You would take a bottle of booze of some description.
But
yes.
But first footing's a thing as well. But I'm off topic. The brief for your third dram for the podcast was you're going to a house party for New Year. What bottle are you taking for the Hogmanay celebration that you are going to put into the ether, and it's gone and off and away? You know, it's probably a bottle that you want it to represent your knowledge of whiskey, but you're also maybe not that precious about it because it's gone.
Yep.
I'd like to point out this is the most verbose addition to this brief.
I was trying
all
to
new
spread
information now. This has completely changed.
We'll bank it. We'll come to you last.
He's embellished so much. My original pick.
Let's tell our guest that he has time to go off and grab a whiskey.
There we go. All right.
To participate in this, it has to be a bottle that he's happy to take and never take home, but it has to represent him and something that he would be proud to pour and share. And he can share it when he comes in a wee bit later.
We're all pivoting. Look, it's pivoting. There we go. So said guest, you've got a second. You've got more than a second because Roy's going to talk for at least 3 minutes here. Because we'll go to Roy first because you were like straight in. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm pouring. Roy, what's that bottle?
I don't know if I'm going to get agreement from most people, but if you're taking it to mixed company, you need to keep the EBV a wee bit tidy, a wee bit low. You can't blow people's faces off with things that they can't taste because it's just too hot. In my experience, it's often flavor hooks that draw people in, that get people excited. It's not always going to be a beginner, so you have to take care of those kind of newbies and people that are curious, but you also have to appease the whiskey drinkers in the room, the people that enjoy a dram as well. And that's hard to cover all those bases. But my whiskey of the year from the Aquavitae side, sorry to not put enough differentiation in, and apologies to be so on brand. But this is the new 46% Edredar. This is 45 quid for 10-year-old 100% Oloroso sherry matured. And it's fully natural, 45 quid. It's not a budget breaker. It's very budget friendly. You cannot buy 100% sherry matured whiskey with these specs and age statement on it for 45 quid anywhere else. Maybe there are some transient indie bottles or some special offers or discounts, but this is core range, 45 quid everywhere, and it's super soft. But more than anything, given the fact that it's 100% Oloroso, somehow it remains super balanced as well. And there's a bit of funk, there's a bit of depth and density in there that makes Scotch whiskey what Scotch whiskey is. So there you go. I think I've done that in less than 3 minutes. McQueen, get out of you.
Is it this one here? Is it that one?
Is that the 200th anniversary, 46%? It looks like it.
It's the 46% you want to look for.
Aye.
Yes, that's it.
That's the boy. I'm going to get that.
You don't have it already?
It's
Do you follow Aquaviti?
£36.
Oh, hello.
I've got one
available
in my
from other retailers also. Let's just say.
It's burning a hole in my pocket at the minute. Look, I've got one ready and waiting in my basket.
Belter. Was it not my favourite in that blind, Roy? I think
yes, it was. And I think, the people that I'm on my third bottle now. And one of the bottles, the reason that I've picked this, one of the bottles, my second bottle, or maybe my first bottle, that's exactly what happened. There was a bit more than this in it. It was kind of up to about the top of the label. And I took it to the house. Loads of people liked it. And I went home and I got a message to say, you've left your whiskey. And I said, no, that's intentional. Please enjoy it. And I got feedback to say that it was almost gone by the next morning, which is exactly what you want to hear, right? That it's gone down well, and hopefully other people have, because I think for a lot of people, £45, it seems like a bargain to us, but a lot of people coming into whiskey as a hobby would think £45, that's a remarkable amount of money to spend on booze, I think.
Yeah.
Aye.
Then I'm over 3 minutes now, bastards.
Yeah, you're right. Aye, there you go. I'll keep it really easy. On the back of my Christmas Eve tradition, which is a blind flight with my Musselburgh mates, one dram, one for me in that flight. It ticks the brief. I'm fine to let it go, but clearly in a blind, it stood out for me. The bottle I would bring, and I don't have it because I finished my last one. It's from the Tune, the wee Tune.
Oh.
It's a blend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I would be taking a Campbelltown Law. The festive drams are kicking in. I would be taking that bottle, and there's no shame in it. It's a blend, but my God, what a blend.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be off. I would hope it comes back and I get a wee pour before it's then fully gone into the party. But that would be my selection. Gordo, what's your, seeing as I feel like the brief was the same, but you were saying I changed the brief on you, but what's your Hogmanay donation?
So mine's is a bit more skewed to where I am, because up here White Mackay is a kind of baseline, and then it kind of goes up to maybe Jura.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's the same here, Gordon. Same here.
Right. So I just what Roy said there. I'm coming in with something that is approachable. It's not going to blow your head off, but is also a bit niche. So I'm going to bring this.
Ooh. Wait, what is that?
This is a blended Scotch whiskey, over 10 years old, 46%, by Leith Whiskey Folky Boys. Yep.
The Porto.
Port of Leith. I have no idea what's in it. Whiskey. Yeah. And it's approachable, and it's not going to blow your head off, and it's really nice. It's non-chill filtered, natural colour, all the checky boxes, and you can put that down the table and go, try that. It's £28.
Yes. I was going to say, what's the damage? That's a bargain for 10 years.
Yes.
Over 10 years.
Yep.
How much? How much was it, sorry?
£28.
Wow. That's, yeah.
I mean, I think the retail is in the
gel?
30s for it, but you're regularly picking it up under 30, right? So yeah, it's a good one. And I don't sorry, I was going to mention another bottle there, but I really would look like I'm totally on brand tonight, so I shall not. Sorry,
you've had your time. You've had your time, Duff. Rob, did you pivot?
Sorry.
Did you pivot from the brief there?
I just ran as you full screen Gordo to get my that fulfills the brief. My original one would be what I'm dramming this year. Is one that's very special to me. It was one I opened when my son was born. I've tried to share it as much as possible, and that's the reason why I'd be opening it this year as well. But I don't think I'd want to leave it. I'd at least want something at least to come back to me. And the original pick was the big boy. Because he's gorgeous, and obviously
he's holding up a Glen Moray signet.
Sorry, for the podcast listeners, the audio listeners. Yeah,
you would leave that at a New Year's party. Sorry,
no, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. I want to share it and dram it out for people. I'm like, obviously, it's quite sentimental for me. But the one I would pick for the very similar reason, we're all on the same page on this in terms of like ABV, accessibility, something a bit different, but unique, not really expected. It's not like a Glen Moray 12 or whatever. Is again saying on brand is the Carduro Wireworks, because I feel like as a talking point of everyone, of my pals at least, knowing I'm a Scotch fan, a whiskey fan, going like, oh, this one's from Derby, and for me, an hour down the road, and to taste this good, and I just think it would be a really nice one. I've had a lot of good reactions from it as well. So
yeah, that would be perfect, Rob, for you, and it'd give a lot of people down there this, because I think a lot of English people are yet to believe that English malt is bloody good. Do you know what I mean? It's not just Scots going no. It's English people going, oh no, Scotch has got to be the best, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And it's one of those
I
ones
love,
where it's
I
like,
love that. I love that bottle. Sorry for the audio version. Rob held the bottle up, and there is barely a. Oh, it's okay. I was going to say a whisper, but you're in the heels. You're in the kill zone of that bottle, which shows how
this
much
is
you've
from
been
the
enjoying
shelf.
it.
It's gorgeous stuff. It's my
Yeah.
third bottle of this, and it's actually
Superb.
great living so close. I don't know if they still do it now, but they had a promotion or an offer where if you took the bottle down, they would refill it for you at a discounted price. Which obviously, like eco, saving glass,
Superb.
all that stuff. It's quite nice.
Love it.
Quite a nice thought.
Love it.
But yeah.
Nice one, lads. Good bottles all round. That would be a good Hogmanay if we were there. We'll go to our guest in just a second to find out his Hogmanay bottle. But just a wee bit of the crowd participation. And to build said guest up, Tony Nelson saying he's only hanging on the stream because he's hoping for a surprise guest of Jen and Rachel. So, guest, do with that what you can. Ted saying you need to go first footing with a brick of peat and an Ardnahoe. It's a pretty good combo, so it is.
Superb, Ted. Yep.
Andy Hells saying Ardnamurk and AD probably as it covers most bases for that.
Agree, Andy.
That's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. Whiskey with Molly and Altmore 12.
Oh,
for
beautiful
me.
choice. Beautiful choice.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. And I think that was it for
Scapa 10.
Did I miss that? Who had that?
Just come in.
Oh, aye. I took a what's that? What were we saying there?
One more
We were
12
saying
from Jimmy Legg.
And we're a bit further. No, that's the wrong click.
Oh,
the wheels are coming off now. Like, there we go. There we go. Jimmy Legg saying, I took a Tobermory. Wasn't hard to leave behind. What?
Oh boy.
That's in conflict.
Jimmy,
God,
come on.
Oh boy.
Shocker.
That's a
Shocker.
good one.
Yeah, George was saying, I think I take the new Scapa 10. I'm loving that. I've not had that. Who
Oh, it's a beauty, Gregor. It's fizzy fruit, effervescent, fantastic.
Aye.
Yes.
Fair play. Brian Caballas would take a Glencadam 10 and an AD core.
Superb, generous, Brian. You can come to my house at New Year.
Yeah, right. Vander is taking an Ardnamurk and Heritage Barley. It's funny. So I brought both back. I brought the Heritage Barley back and the most recent 10-year.
Yes.
Took them to a whiskey meet, popped the cork on both. The Heritage Barley, I had high hopes for, but I preferred the 10-year, the new 10-year.
Me too.
It was doing more for me. But there we go. Well,
I've got a suggestion for your guest.
Aye.
Rob, Gordo, and me just bail out and let the two of you do a head-to-head for 5 minutes.
I don't know who this guest is.
Oh.
Shall we, boys? Well, we'll leave them to it.
Do you need a bio break?
Yeah. See you in
Oh,
5.
there we go. He's making it look like it was planned.
Aye.
Right.
Well, as one host to another, then we'll welcome our guest in. Look, we've got the tech gadgets in. We're going to bring in our guest. If I existed in an alter dimension, in the upside down, I would be this guy. I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna check in. Can I get a thumbs up that my fellow? There we go. Welcome to the Dramface Podcast, Rob.
Gregor, I am your upside down E.
Superb. How we do? Look, you've got a Christmas tie on.
I do.
Or have you just come from the office?
I raced. I think I broke several land speed records to get here. And I log in and I'm sitting in the background listening to you guys talking about what happens when we die with our whiskey. I'm thinking, what's going off the rails?
It's the start. It's the start of a new year. You know, you've got to think about these things.
But for you, Gregor, in particular, I brought a bottle.
Oh,
it's a rye.
Oh, right. Well, nice to have you on the stream. Cheers, Rob. See you later.
I bet if you got your hands on this, and it's pricey, but I would convert you.
Is it that good? Would it
It's
do
really
that?
Good. It's really good.
I don't know.
There are some. Look, I'm with you on some ryes that are just, but this
fair play.
Regardless, it is great to share the space with you.
Hey, Rob.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. Merry Betwixtmas.
I'm all in.
Rob, this is fun. This is good.
This is great.
I've actually toyed with the idea. I don't know if maybe I'm showing all my cards. I've toyed with the idea that we flip it one year or one episode, and you host my boys and I host your boys. Maybe that's one for 26.
We're putting it in the bin. Absolutely, we're going to do that.
Yeah, man.
Great.
It's funny hearing your voice interacting with mine. You've got a great voice, Rob. There's no denying your voice was made for a podcast.
God bless you.
It's silkier than mine can be, for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my friend. Just remember that.
Hey, how did the conversation go with the judge? I don't know. You've not. Did you hear the start of this stream?
I didn't. I jumped in the car. I was at the office. I had to deal with some clients. I'm looking at my watch. And I'm like, I got to get back. I told Roy I'd be back by 5:15, 5:30 my time. And I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away, depending on traffic. So when I jumped in the car, I heard something about looking at, and it was a great suggestion on the dramaphone for the samples.
For the dram post.
But that's the last I heard until I got back. And what am I going to do with my whiskey when I'm dead?
All right. So the intro I cobbled together through the use of Spotify, Screen Record, and iMovie, because our gaffer said he was off hire for the Christmas period and wasn't going to edit anything. I pulled together a bit of a highlight reel, very quick, 2 minutes. But in the spirit of inclusivity, I included the Charlatan podcast. I mean, sorry, the the Colonial podcast. And I included yourself. And in that, it was one of your early ones. It wasn't the first one. But in the Easter egg start, you talked about a conversation with a judge.
Yeah,
where he said, you strike me like a bourbon guy. And you said,
yeah, I remember.
How did the rest of that conversation go?
It went very well because he thought I was a bourbon guy, and that was fine.
Aye.
You know,
perjury.
You know, being down here in the whiskey desert, I've been getting along with more bourbon than I ever thought I would. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a bourbon convert, but got along enough to get along with the judge, and he likes me, and I'm not dispelling any notion that he might have of good thoughts for me.
Superb. Well, listen, Rob, since I've got you for a quick one-on-one, and I'm loving this, it was a good impromptu from Roy. We'll get to your Hogmanay bottle eventually.
Got it.
How have you found taking on the podcast? How have you found the journey?
We were joking, and in the last podcast, which was our first video one, and of course Roy was on it, and I said, well, it's like our dad is here checking on us to make sure we're not going to be breaking things. You know, I asked him point blank. I said, you must have been absolutely dreading the fact when we actually called your bluff and say, no, we would like to do a Colonials podcast. You're like, yeah, sure. And then we acted on it, and he thought, oh my God, what have I started? Jesus. The guys on the Colonials, we just have such a riot of a time. It is such a joy to do it. And it's, you know, when I watch you guys, which is where it all started for me, you see the camaraderie, you can see the joking and the ribbing and just the bonding that you guys have done. It's the same thing with us on the Colonial side. It's just a joy. Love it.
Yeah.
Except for Cleon. No, I'm kidding.
What's funny is
he's the one who actually makes us laugh more than anybody else. Cleon makes me absolutely piss my pants. Just love it.
I love it. I have to say, like, I do listen to your guys' podcast more than I listen back on mine. Like I'm open with Roy. I try not to listen back on ours because I quite like, just staying in the moment and not being too affected by it.
Right.
So Roy has to listen to it because he's editing, but I do listen to you guys. I do appreciate you all are maybe closer to the Dramface core in the topic as well. Like a lot of it is Dramface centric,
right?
Which I appreciate. I do appreciate. But I love the camaraderie and that you found your vibe.
We absolutely have. It's great.
It's good. It's great. So much so that you log 5 episodes, 6 episodes in front of ours, and it's you guys that are the cause of a bottleneck, not Roy.
I'll be the first person to jump on that grenade. Yeah, we already have, I think, 5 in the can, or 4 or 5. But yeah, we're the cause of Roy not getting any sleep, and our apologies. Or as Stu would say, sorry, not sorry.
Aye. So Rob, what does a Hogmanay look like for you? What does a New Year's look like for you?
Where I am, there is no such thing around here. So I'm listening to you guys talk about what that means. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that. And you're like, hey, why don't you go down, grab what a bottle would be in them? And I'm up in basically what amounts to be our den, which is upstairs. I have to run downstairs across the house to the whiskey cabinet, but I have one. I have 2 actually, depending on how much you want to throw into the ethos, as you said. One. Thompson Brothers TBBSW. Love this beyond words.
Yeah.
And for the amount that you pay for it, it's a crime. How Roy always says whiskey shouldn't be cheap. I almost felt badly when I bought this when I was in Scotland in October. I'm like, how much? That's it? And I love this.
How many did you buy? Did you just buy one?
What's that?
Did you just buy one though, given how much it cost?
This is the first one. I had a sample before, but this is the first bottle I'd ever purchased because where I am, can't find it. But as a surprise one, if someone likes peat, and they all do the same, this, that, and the other. This is a surprise one. It's a little more expensive, but
Glenglassaugh,
the Port Soy.
Oh,
it's just lovely. I love it.
Is that peated?
It is.
Okay.
I just killed off the sand end, which is not peated, which is also lovely last night. But if you wanted to give a peated one, I'd recommend that.
Yeah. Rob's the first one to bring peat into the conversation, I think.
And rye. Thank you. Good night. I'm leaving.
Hey, mixing it up. Well, listen, before we make you rummage around in your sample drawer, because I do want that I think we should do that. Let's bring the boys in so we can bask in this magnificent moment. I will ask my tech lackey. There we go. Here we go. Back in. Superb. All 5 of us are in.
You're right, Rob.
Good to see you, lads.
This is awesome. I've got to say, watching you two chat away.
Yeah.
That
was very cool. I can't express the emotions felt at such a scene. I love it.
We've breached the abyss.
Yes. Gregor once said he'll never speak to you.
It's all friendly banter.
That's not true.
It's all friendly banter. Just where we are in the podcast, Gordon has now started eating. So really, we need to get onto the home stretch before it gets really messy.
I was so close to cracking out the cheese and crackers before.
Oh dear. It's a dangerous time because it's all on hand, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Tupperware with everything in. Rob, I think let's take this baton as a baton that you pass on to the next Colonial recording. I think you need to take the ask that we reach into our Drample boxes and blind pool.
I think that's a great idea.
As the segue, though, let's have you rummage around in said box, bag, or what? How do you store any of these?
Well, I received a bunch of different things at different times, and I kind of store them in my little vial box. They just kind of go in as we go.
Uh-huh.
And I have about 4 of these downstairs.
So the tall neck bottles are at an advantage there because there's some lower ones which you've got to really rummage for that. Let's pull something.
This one is from Mr. Charles Watkins, who you might know. Chucky Chuck. This is a McCarthy's 6-year-old. About your neck of the woods, Gregor.
That's from my neck of the woods.
That worked out well.
That was the first single malt to be revived and brought back in the US.
It was the first single malt.
First, I think, right?
Yeah, first single malt. I don't think they play that up enough, if I'm honest. I know they talk about it, but we've got a little food quig roly there, Rob. Let's raise a toast quickly there to food quig.
Food quig.
There we go.
Just raise a glass and say, "Rest in peace, Andy."
Rest in peace, Andy.
Cheers, man.
RIP.
All the best, Andy.
But this one, Gregor, have you tried this?
Wait, it's a McCarthy's what release?
6-year-old.
The 6, yes.
But it's peated.
Yes. Have I had that?
A lot of peat from Rob here.
I know.
A lot of peat.
Peat and rye. Rob, you're not really trying to ingratiate with me, are you, at all?
Coming here.
There's 2 Robs in here tonight, so we distinguish between Rob, the original Rob, and Pete.
And Pete, aye.
Robbie Pete.
There's no way I could be the original Rob. No way.
You're Bobski, that's the difference.
Well, I bring that up because it was actually... It's always difficult because we know the Colonials podcast is the Colonials, and we talk about the Colonials, we refer to them as Colonials, but then there's nothing to really call our podcast, right? It's just the Dramface Podcast or whatever. But the community actually, at the start of the stream tonight, referred to it as the Originals Podcast.
Right.
So do we get to use that, Rob?
That's fine. We call you guys the Original Podcast for UK boys. I won't tell you what Chucky calls you, but that's neither here.
Chuck can call me anything he likes.
I love it. I love that Rob was off texting in the chat in their break, saying this is cool to see colliding of worlds. Exactly.
It really was.
How's that McCarthy's treating you?
It's lovely. I mean, there are American single malts which are coming on the scene more and more often, which are good. McCarthy's is just the staple. It's the OG, and it's got some Lefroy vibes to it.
Yeah. I love McCarthy's, and both their PX and the All are also stunning.
Right.
Pretty affordable in the States for what they are, you have to say. I think they and Westland it's Westland, right? It's up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is I think the strongest foot forward for American single malt. Curious.
If you get a chance to get a hands on Cedar Ridge, I'm going to give them a shout out. There's a McCarthy's right there.
Oh yeah, go.
This is a 6-year-old peated, Rob. It's a different one from yours, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I shall join you.
Cedar Ridge. The Scotch 4 Dummies have been talking about Cedar Ridge.
They're in the middle of the country, in corn country in Iowa, and they do an American single malt called the Quintessential, which is there are a couple of different variants of, but it's all tremendous.
Okay.
I was just wondering when you were asking Rob there about Hogmanay and how crazy things go in Scotland at New Year's Eve. I wonder how aware it's only 2 Scots in here. That's weird. It's only me and you, Gregor.
Aye.
Are you aware, Gregor, why that is?
Hey, hang on a minute.
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. It's late. I think I need to. I'm sorry, buddy. There's 3 of us. There's three. We do outnumber, so that's good. That's not that it would matter, but it's good. Are we aware why New Year is such a big deal in Scotland? Do we know why?
Alcohol.
No.
Thank you.
No, is it like we need a special celebration to crack out the alcohol? No, it's because Christmas was banned in Scotland for hundreds of years, to the point that it was not instated as a public holiday until the 1950s.
Wow.
So we didn't even have Christmas Day as a day off. Yeah, it's all to do with politics and religion and all the nonsense that comes with that.
All you have to say is politics, and that's all I need.
Yeah, politics and religion. And then we would celebrate extensively and celebrate the New Year, and that's why Hogmanay often, up until very recent times, Hogmanay remained the main celebration in Scotland, and it still is a really big deal. Scotland is crazy. When you look out your front door or wherever you live in Scotland, I think most places, 1 o'clock in the morning on the 1st of January, the lights are all on, the place is bouncing, right? Everybody's up. Everybody's got their door open. Everybody's celebrating that thing. And I think we're maybe not unique, but it's one of the Western countries. Christmas Day wasn't a public holiday in Scotland until the 1950s, 58, I think. So it's incredible.
Wow.
I think New Year for me is quite a core memory. For me,
yes.
As a young, it's probably the first time I started to understand what a social gathering and party could be.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got very, very deeply fond memories of my street, of Stony Hill Terrace in Musselburgh. The front door was unlocked, the back door was open, and it was basically a free-for-all. And you would go, and I remember an amazing conga. A conga ran up my street of 20 houses either side, and it was fantastic. It was amazing. Of course, there's a little bit of like, you get to see in each other's houses and all that, but like it was just a vibrant vitality of life, and I loved it. And it was I was young, 10, 11, 12, 11, 10, something like that. That's Hogmanay for me.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
There's another chapter, and it would be experiencing New Year in Edinburgh. I remember going up pre-ticket with a rucksack full of tenants, and it would you just reach in, just grab a beer, boom, and go. And of course, it's alcohol fueled, but just a great moment of reflection and the promise of what could come. I think
togetherness.
And the brightness right in the middle of winter.
Yeah,
and this kind of opening of arms and minds, and everybody opening their doors, everybody kind of, even the neighbours that you've had a fight with earlier in the year, and they would all be in eating your cheese and pickles on a stick,
mm-hmm.
On
a tinfoil semicircle.
That's right.
Or hot potato.
It's great. So we're in the flow. We're in the flow state. So let's, before we go to Rob 2's I Am a Distillery, since we're talking about the new year and looking ahead, maybe we focus a little for a second. What do we hope for Dramface in 2026? I'm trying to think where I'm going to kick this. Who looks the most confident? OG Rob, I'm going to go to you.
This is easy for me. This is an easy one because
wait. I'm going to tee you up as someone who had their first contribution beyond crushing bugs and how the site looks. You've had your first contribution to a review.
Yeah, it was a soft launch. It wasn't a full review yet, but I really enjoyed it. Like the process of all actually getting out there, and now the plaster, the band-aid has been ripped off. I think I'd like to do a full one.
Are we making a promise? Hang on, let's get a wee.
I'm not
straight to
making a
camera
promise.
on
No,
that
what I'm
number.
going to make a promise of.
What are you committing to?
The promise I'm going to make for 2026 is that I am going to try my damnedest to tick off the Gregor wish list of features of Dramface. And it's and it's like 3 times longer than my to-do list.
I reckon if you just hit the first 2, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Gordo.
Yes.
As one of my favourite writers.
Thank you.
On Dramface. And we'll pause in that moment. I was trying to piece together how I got to know you. But I do remember a time I didn't know who you were. And I remember saying to Roy, I like this guy. I was about to out you.
I've already outed it. I've already done it.
But I was like, I like this guy. I like the heart of this guy. He writes in a way that I'm like, I'm on board. I'm on board that train. What's your hopes for Dramface in 26?
I think personally, I think I've been a bit distant this year, and I want to be more involved from a review perspective.
But
that's just circumstantial, and we'll get back to it. But I think for me, I want to be reviewing more. But I also have high hopes for the podcast because I absolutely love it. I love doing it. Unlike you, I listen back to every single one multiple times. I just love it. And Rob being here tonight, that's another wee tick off the box. Yeah, I would love to be more involved in the podcast, but also write more. And also, I would like to see the industry stabilize a bit more, and all these other things that come along with the hobby that we all enjoy and love. It's been a bit of a rickety year for whiskey, and there's a lot of worried faces that you see around in festivals and unknowns, but through all of it is this thread of just love for the community and the whiskey and all of it. So yeah, it'll bounce back. So hopefully next year will be positive.
Nice.
Here.
That's great.
US Rob. What's 26 ambitions for you?
Well, I'd like to see Tyree do a review of the proper 12.
The core release or the Apple one?
Whichever happens to grace his doorstep. I'm with Gordon. The podcast has been something that has been a revelation. And it's funny, when I went to when I was in Scotland in October, and I got to meet Roy for the first time, which was, for me, mind-blending.
Smaller than you think, eh?
And
shorter than you think.
Loved it.
But
Mika,
when
so humble.
There were 2 places where I was just minding my business, doing my thing, and someone said, "Wait a minute, I know that voice." And what are you talking about? Oh, you're the Colonial guy. You're whatever.
That's brilliant.
And we just start talking. I love chatting, and wound up with 2 different conversations with 2 different people for 20 minutes or more, just talking about the podcast, about Dramface, about the personalities. They are asking about this person and that person, and what about this? And people are so, in the whiskey world, are so intertwined with Dramface and the thing that this has become. The podcast is just one arm to reach people. Obviously, the online printed version, people stream to every morning. When they're drinking their coffee, they got the podcast, as I do.
They're reading about whiskey.
Dramface on, read the review, read the articles, read whatever. the different news. So aside from seeing the podcasts grow both, it's really just building on what we have. I mean, we have a number of different people who came aboard this past calendar year, and their writing is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And not that I expected anything different, but it's so great when you have so many different personalities and you can pick out just from how they write. Oh, this is a Doogie article, or this is a Huey one, or this is a, whatever. Just want to see it grow.
Yeah.
Although the Tyree thing with Proper 12, I'm on that.
Yeah. That'll be the cornerstone of 2026. That's where we all kick off.
Roy, what year are we in of Dramface?
We are in 2025.
No. Sorry, of its existence, of Dramface's existence.
We'll be 4 years in February, and it's famously a 5-year project, as Rob and I know. A few of us will sit down and have a discussion at this time next year and decide whether it'll live or die. It's frightening, right? But it is frightening. And the reason for that is because Dramface exists in a wonderful way, a way that I don't know how to convey my gratitude for it, because it exists on the willing and the generosity of people and their time. And when I pitched it to someone who's actually in the industry back at the Glasgow Whisky Club night, way back, maybe 2020 or 2021, they said it's a great idea. You should do it. You should try it, but you've got no chance of it enduring. It won't last. It won't exist. And I said, why do you think it won't exist? He said, because these things don't. He said, because they rely far too heavily on the goodwill and generosity of individuals, and that is a finite fuel source, and it will die. And I said, well, what if you could build something that became so valuable to the whiskey community that they wanted to pay for it to help it endure beyond the tenure of an individual or whatever? And they said, yeah, good luck with that. It's the modern era of the internet. People like stuff for free and they don't want to pay for things. Dramface will not gather subscribers in that way for written content, for long form whiskey content. And I was crestfallen, as you can imagine. But I spoke to some other people, and I was sitting in the Glasgow Whisky Club one night. Still, the fire was burning bright. I was ready to do it. And Scott Monroe walked up to me that night and sat at the table next to me and said, Roy, can I talk to you about writing again? How can I build a website that people will actually want to read, that I'll actually want to write for? And I said, you're kidding. And I said, well, can I talk to you later tonight after the tasting? I said, I've got an idea that's, and he said, aye, okay, let's, and I pitched Dramface to him, and he went, that's it. That's what we're looking for. And then I went to a few other people. I approached a few other people that I imagined coming on board. Some of them did, some of them didn't. And that was coming up in 4 years. Gregor, I'm really sorry. I'm very good at giving you verbose answers to simple questions, but you just asked how many years we're in. But that's where we're at. And so when we approach that 5-year point, Rob knows how much money has been poured into it. He knows how many members we have. Thank you to all our members. Thank you. Everything. Yes. Everything. We wouldn't have made it even close to here without the people that actually do step up and pay £3.99 a month, which is cheaper than any magazine you can actually buy in a physical shop now. There's no magazine you can buy for £3.99 anymore. And you certainly can't buy a magazine that doesn't have ads, that has 20 reviews of the stuff that you love. That's independently paid for, fueled by the community, for the community. It just doesn't exist in the modern world. And yet Dramface somehow exists. And it's £3.99 a month for those who feel like they want to support it and help it endure beyond that 5-year kind of limit I've put into it, because it does take so much time. Everyone knows how much time it takes to write, to build, to edit, to adjust, to run all the socials. Everything takes so much time, but it's still here after 4 years. Sorry, buddy. That's the short answer. TLDR is nearly 4 years, Gregor.
Well, if I can jump in just for a second, we touched on this on one of the pods. I think it was the one that you were just on, Roy. We talked about the amount of time that we spend on as writers. Every one of the writers, and there are about 30 of us, give or take, and we'll all go through the same thing where there's a time where we'll churn out 5 or 6 different reviews in the span of a month and a half, 2 months. And then we go into a lull. But we have the backup of other people who are, overlapping. It's the love of just getting out the word.
Yeah.
It's the community. It's the camaraderie. It's all of that. And, I think when I look at Dramface in the morning as I have my coffee before I head off to work, I see there's an article from Murdo or from Tyree or whatever. And you have this thought in your head about the author, whether you know them or not, you already know their writing proclivities or whatever. And you buckle up. You're like, all right, this is going to be good.
You know the persona before the person, actually, right?
Right.
It's incredible. It's incredible. And I just want to, on that thing about entitlement and things about the free internet and everything just being free these days, and not everything can be free. We don't ever want to run ads or subscriptions, affiliates or whatever, but on Hogmanay in 2 days' time, Dramface will publish an article that is 13,000 words long. I mean, it's myself in the sub-ed.
I didn't know there was that many words.
I know. Myself in the sub-ed has been working on this for like a week, and it's built up of 18 contributions from 18 of the Dramface team for their whiskies of note or whiskies of the year in 2025. And somebody will comment, "This is just too long. Sorry." So it's the world that we live in, and we just have to kind of laugh that off and enjoy it, and kind of try and take something positive from every bit of feedback that we get. But instead of, we're on 2 week shutdown right now. So instead of that being seen as, this is an accumulation of 2 weeks effort distilled into one day, somebody's going to just say, oh no, this is just too long. But of course, it's 18 different articles in one. Mm-hmm. That's the way you need to look at it. So it is really a lot of work and things. But I have to tell you, there is not a day goes by, not a minute goes by of me working on Dramface and me feel anything other than privileged and proud and happy. I love every single one of you. You're amazing people. And I think that's the thing we need to preserve more than anything. What's the phrase we have behind the scenes? We're not saving lives. We're just, let's chill out. Let's know if we don't get something done in time, if we're late, if we make a mistake, don't worry. Nothing is critical here. This is always supposed to be fun. And that kind of lack of ego, that lack of demand, that lack of, that we need to keep that culture going. We need to keep that culture alive, because every other place that we exist there is demands set upon us, and there are expectations to be met, and that's when the fun starts to diminish. So we put the fun first, which is why I invited Gregor to be the host of the podcast.
Hey. It wasn't because of my HR record anyway, I tell you.
Actually, it was a lot to do with that.
No, I'm joking. I will say, right, we're about to pivot and wrap up with an I Am a Distillery from the other podcast. But I do want to encourage everyone. This is the most interactive moment. As much as we love the dramaphone, and I promise we will use that more going forward in 26. This is your moment. Like, chime in the chat what you would like from Dramface in 26. By all means, this is the time to speak up. But I'm loving it. I love everything that we've built, and I love the little corner that we've built within the podcasts. It's the most how would I say? There's an amazing episode yet to do about the main character, Roy. But like Rob said, my voice got recognized in Canada, in Vancouver. My voice from I throw 2 sentences of like, no, we're all right. I've got an Uber coming. We're good. My voice got recognised. Insane, absolutely insane. But we'll save that for another episode.
Yeah, it's
for
the story
26.
of all stories.
Aye, if I could share my ambitions for 26, more of the same. I think we've got a good vibe going on the podcast. I think we've got a few fan favourite guests that I've got on the hook. The Grail Girls will be back. And then some new.
They're
we
so
do have a
shy.
little
They
list.
need to be able to come out of their shell.
Oh, hey, I got to meet them. I have to say, I got to meet them. Maybe I missed that off on our Glasgow Whisky Festival retrospective. A highlight was meeting them, seeing quite how short Rachel is, and just hugging them. I've got a photo that I've not shared yet because I don't think Rachel would want me to, but I might share it after this because I've had a few. But more of the same. Let's evolve it and keep it moving forward. Like Gordo, the industry's it's a struggling time right now, but I do think it's probably going to see the other side soon. But let's pivot. Rob, you have 10 questions. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I do.
Let's go with it.
And as I said in the Colonials 10 podcast, when Roy was on, I'm like, oh, geez, I got Roy here. He's you say the first 2 syllables and he's just, Scappa. Oh, geez, how do you? So I'm hoping I get to the first 5. That's my goal without
no chance.
Roy just bagging it, but I can't guarantee it. So I am a distillery. Number 10. I am a distillery. Someone's
wait. I want to go because I always feel like we're going to do it. I'm going to say, but no, I'm not.
All right. Number 9. I am founded by Mr. James Robertson in 1823. 3 years after my founding, I am burned to the ground by competitors. Mr. Robertson rebuilds me at another location. In 1841, I am burned down once again, and my founder rebuilds me yet again at another location. When I am completed, again for the 3rd time in 1845, I carry a portion of my original name from 1823 to this day.
Kilkenny.
Wow. Now, don't ask me to repeat that question.
Wait, was that 9, 8, 7, and 6?
That's just 9. All right. Anyone? No.
Royal Lochnagar.
Oh,
stop reading the chat.
Shoot the shot.
Yeah, dude.
He read the chat.
But hey, whatever.
Cheater.
Number 8.
Wait.
I am also tempted.
Pause. Gordon committed as well. You
Yep,
said
I did.
Kilkerran.
I said
What did you
Kilkerran.
say? I'm sorry, Gordon. I didn't hear you.
Kilkerran.
Kilkerran. So we have Kilkerran and Royal Lochnagar.
Cheater. Yeah, Cheater McQueen.
I am for the people.
Number 8. After my founder dies, his sons take over. Once my founder's son dies, his children ultimately sell me to John Dewars and Tons in 1916.
That's no Kilkerran.
I don't understand why you can't get this.
Get it right, Runji.
Number 7.
I wonder.
Go on.
Until 1963, I am powered by water wheels and a steam engine.
I think I know what this is.
Till when, Rob?
1963.
Am I going to get trapped by the water wheel again?
Yeah. Say it.
Deanston.
You said that behind your fist. like a puppet.
Was it really me?
Deanston.
What, you're logging in as Deanston, Rob?
Do it. Let's do it. Come on.
You're in.
Does that mean I'm the only one in it?
You're the only one in it, Rob.
Aye. And you know it, don't you?
No. I thought I knew it, but it's
Oh, go on, Rob.
Number 6.
Got him.
Today, I am under Diageo ownership, and I am one of the smallest distilleries in Diageo's holdings with a capacity of 500,000 liters per annum.
oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Number 5. I have an
Wait,
open
Roy's not
traditional
committed, right?
stainless steel mash tun,
Yeah.
2 wooden washbacks, 2 small stills, and cast iron worm tubs. My entire production, usually 4 mashes per week, is filled on site with 1,000 casks being stored in my one and only warehouse.
So it's already been guessed, is my guess. Please continue, Rob.
Maybe.
Cheater McQueen.
Number 4. My 30-year-old single malt was part of the rare malt selection aligned by Diageo, operational from 1995 to 2005. Number 3. That 30-year-old expression is part of a series that became so successful that it led to the creation of Diageo's annual special releases range in 2001. Number 2, I'm located, and this is where everyone was supposed to run in, but I think Roy's onto it. I am located roughly a mile from Balmoral Castle, and in 1848, after a visit by Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, I was given a royal warrant, which adds to my original name that was given to me in 1845. Number 1, I am Royal Lochnagar.
Cheater.
What a cheater.
Ben,
Gregor.
whiskey with Molly. I owe you one.
Oh, no, come on.
Eh?
Well done, Gregor.
You took it from the chat.
Yeah.
Rob,
Of course you did.
OG Rob, just bank that for me, please. 1 point for me.
No. That's whiskey with Molly's point right there.
There was no chat about it. It's God.
You got it on the
No.
second question. There's no way that's happening.
Work smarter.
No.
Not harder.
When Roy got to me last night, he said, "Hey, you mind jumping on if you're able to do it? And by the way, if you have an Ivan Distillery, I always have an Ivan Distillery in the bank just for the Colonials podcast in case
Because you're a professional.
have one
that's
or whatever. This happened to be the one that was in the bank. Wasn't
Shocker.
posted, wasn't shared. Just
Silent
saying.
letters, cheating on the thing. Tomatin. Oh, Royal Lochnagar.
I must going from silent letters to the quality that Rob's given today. It's what
I know,
I
right? I know.
Do we really care? People, community, do we really care?
We're not saving lives.
Aye,
I'm still raging.
still raging.
the
Gregor,
man is in
you.
first place.
Cheers.
Well
Cheers,
done.
Rob.
No, dude, that was
Well done,
fantastic.
Rob.
Thank you so
That
You're
was
much.
my
great.
favourite podcast, so yeah.
Never would have got that.
Roy, when did you get it? What number were you like? Yeah, that's the one.
When he talked about 500,000 litres, one of Diageo's smallest. I actually, when I almost the 1823 thing, I don't think Royal Brackla is around that year. It might be a wee bit earlier, but I almost said Royal Brackla. And then the Jures thing kicked in, and I thought, nah, it can't be. And then obviously he went to talk about Diageo, 500,000 litres, one of the smallest. I knew it was Royal Lochnagar at that point. So when I did that to you, Gregor, is when I knew I had lost.
All I know is I can't feel my face anymore for the amount of whiskey I've had. Thank you, whiskey with Molly. It felt right, so I went with it. There we are.
Well
Shocker.
done.
It felt right.
Stewards inquiry times 2.
8.
Rob, thank you for the I Am a Distillery, and thanks for always having one on deck. That
Always
is
have one on
what a
deck.
professional looks like, lads. Can I just say?
Hey, I've got one.
Have you?
Aye.
Well, let's have a Christmas special for Gordon.
Right, let's go again.
A double?
Aye.
Well, let's see what the poll said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
20 minutes
fine.
left.
End it now. It's up 10%.
Will we run a poll for it, Gordo?
Aye, go for it.
Let's go. Quick poll. Do you want another?
I will be crestfallen if they say no. Just kill it.
Such is life.
I mean, in fairness, Rob, kudos to you. We're about on track to say that you came on an hour later than we said we would have you in. Hey, it's Christmas. It's a Betwixtmas.
That's right.
Rob, as we buy time for the poll, what was your Christmas dram? Please don't say rye. Please don't say rye.
It wasn't a rye. It was not.
What did you pour
My
on Christmas Day?
dram. My wife is a peathead. I'm sorry to say.
Oh,
she is absolutely a peathead. We had the Ardnaho 5.
Oh, that's good.
Inaugural.
Aye,
beautiful.
It was lovely. And my wife was my better half, absolutely happy, which makes me happy. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, happy life, happy life. How is it with a partner that likes whiskey? Because I think you might be the only one.
Really?
Out of the 5 of us. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Say again?
I think the rest, the 4 of us wives might tolerate and have a little bit, but not really enjoy.
I like sharing the glass to see what taste, like nose and notes she gets, because she gets some crazy ones.
But does she like to drink it? Like you actually sip it?
No. Literally just,
no, my wife is all in. And
awesome.
Roy will testify. We were at the Bonaccord and she was dram for jam with everyone else and asking for this and what's this and what's Glenbergie and what's that and all great.
While I remember, here's to carry.
Gary. Absolutely.
And here's to the Bonaccord, because may it rest in peace. We'll be moving on.
No, May. We go to May. We're okay with the bond till May.
All right. Fair play. All right. Where's have I got to vote to be able to see this? I'm going to vote.
No. The poll is that 98% vote for another I Am a Distillery. Oh, it's just dropped to 4. Sorry,
that was me. I voted.
Oh wow,
you're voting no. So you want the dance off then?
I want to go and eat something because you all managed to go and do your snacking. I want to go and have some cheese.
Eat another I Am a Distillery.
But I'm happy. I'm happy to go ahead with it.
Come on, let's do it.
Focusing on me. Why are you focusing on me? Let me sort my hair first. All right, Gordo, here we go. All right, just watch the chat again, shall I?
Ardemerkin. Sorry.
Oh,
is that your guess?
Is that a guess?
It's all good.
Dangerous business there. I am a distillery.
Glengarry. I've shot my shot. I can just kick.
Well done. Well
You
done.
can just go and eat, Gregor.
I'm going to get some cheese now. Glengarry.
We heard you.
Shall I just kick him?
Yeah, do that.
Punt me.
Question number 2. I am situated in a royal borough.
Ooh.
Oh wow,
we're gonna have some fun now.
Ah, yeah. Oh wow.
Gregor's got controls to the.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, why did I do this? Please continue, Gordo. Come on.
Question number 3. My village's main industry was linoleum.
Linoleum?
Oh, wow.
Linoleum. He's got it already. Question 3. Look at him.
Unless.
Say it.
What? No, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to write it down.
Oh, dear.
But in that case, okay,
Rob,
look at you, look at you
like.
disappointed. I'm disappointed
This
as
is
if
like.
I just shout it out. But I tell you what, there's a very, very high chance this is absolutely wrong. But I'm going to write
This
it
is what
down
it's
in
like.
big block capitals.
Yep.
Nah.
And then you can celebrate the end when you're amazing and everybody loves you and it's brilliant.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm just going to.
Oh,
go and eat my curry.
That's 18.
That's
18.
We agreed.
It's like the Colonials chat. I like this.
PG 15, and Roy went straight to 18.
Straight up there.
Ah.
Right up there.
Good job, Roy.
Right. Question number 4.
What are you waiting on?
Thank you. I I'm a single estate whiskey producer. Thank you.
Single estate.
Hey, this is how we should do all the future podcasts, by the way.
Where's Roy going?
I like how the viewership is declining rapidly as this is happening.
Right.
Any guesses? No.
I've said it, Glengarry. Nailed it.
Yes, we know. Thank you. Question number 5. I have a wash. Start again.
You need a wash.
Have a wash?
I need a wash. Question number 5. I have one wash still. Couldn't read my writing. And 2 spirit stills with a capacity of 225,000 litres per year.
Really?
Really, Rob. Really.
225,000, you say?
That's what I said, Rob. Rob.
Single estate.
Yep. Would you go over them again? Start with question 2.
Go for it.
Question number 6.
Right, aye.
I get my water from a borehole.
A what?
Is that it?
I've
A
said it.
borehole?
A borehole.
Andy Borehole.
Nice, Rob.
Andy
Well
Borehole.
done. Well done.
Oh, somebody said Glendronach. That's not a bad shout.
Question number 7. I am a lowland distillery.
I might be completely wrong because I normally
No,
am.
you're
I can't get Daphne out of my head. I'm going to say
Is that your...
Daft Mill.
Oh, Daft Mill.
Lockley. No.
Wait,
No,
is
no,
the
no,
East
no.
Highland?
No, wait a
The
minute.
East Highland.
What? See, again, like, region. Deanston.
Why can't I think of it?
So we've got
Drama.
Rob
I appreciate the assistance
States.
with that musically. Bladnoch. I'm going to go with Bladnoch. Why not?
Bladnoch. So Bladnoch, Geary, Bobsky,
Dafty.
Daft Mill. Captain's not saying anything because he knows it. Obviously. Question number 8.
Wait, what? What number?
Interestingly, I know it, but not for a whiskey reason as well. It's crazy.
I'm never
Every-
getting the keys to
It's
this
your own
damn
time
game.
you're wasting, all right?
Every year, I burn the bear.
You burn the bear?
Burn the bear.
Oh, I've got this wrong.
Oh, let's
Well
just
done,
go
Gordon.
this
You did
moment.
it.
Let's
You
stay in
crossed
this
the
moment.
Rubicon. You got
Oh,
Roy
sh-
to commit to one thing and off to another.
To the point,
And
I've
he's
not
written it
even
down.
been paying attention to the things you said in between to verify or not. Oh my
Such
goodness.
was the confidence. You see that, everyone? You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Question number 9. I claim to be the birthplace of whiskey.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I've got this very wrong.
And 10. Roy?
Yes. Yes.
I thought I was in Stierny, but I'm not.
Indoors happening.
Indoors. Yeah, as soon as you start to talk about burning the bear and things. Oh wow.
Well done.
The beach is that way.
Oh, yeah. Which way's the sauna?
That way.
Hey. Well done.
Take
Who
that.
got that? Somebody got that. Overland Drams.
Wait,
Lindores.
wait,
There
Lindores.
you go.
Glenrothes is the village, is the linoleum town, no?
Hey,
Kirkcaldy.
Easy.
Kirkcaldy.
Easy got that wrong.
It's Kirkcaldy. Is it
you
Kirkcaldy?
say whatever you like. It's Newborough.
Newborough?
That's where
Okay.
Lindores is.
Fair enough.
I think,
Yeah,
I think Ben got that again. Ben got that again. Hey, I'm following Ben from now on any
Oh,
quiz.
Ben is the star pupil, right?
Aye.
Right.
Yeah. Damn.
There we are. There we go.
He's the new Roy. Question number
Well-
1. I'm a distillery. Got
This
it.
is the longest podcast we've ever recorded. This is a double whammy.
Well, look, Rob's in. It's a Colonials and an Originals, so it's 2 podcasts in one.
It's
And
multiverse.
It's
the
going to have to
multiverse.
keep people going for a little while into January.
Never, never, ever, ever, ever cross streams. Who knows what happens?
That's right.
Let's get you back up to where you belong, fella.
Oh, here we go. Top left. Top left. Boom. There we go. Top corner. Well, gentlemen, actually, there we go. We need some ladies on the next live. If we do the live again. Let's charge our glasses as we dive for the finish line because the internet needs its bandwidth back.
Always going for it.
This is Hoos in the Netherlands.
We love Hoos.
Oh, Hoos.
Wait.
Hang on. I just want a wee
Hold on.
technical
I'm telling you,
questions come in there.
Gregor.
No, how good can rye? You know, the only good rye I've ever had, it was something pepper, whatever. It was just sherried the whole way.
Keep it up on the screen.
Over.
I want to come to Rob's house for Christmas. I like rye. I want to try that.
Some Thai Newbur's industry chiefly consisted of making linen, linoleum. Spot the spelling there, Rob. By the way, of linoleum. The first of tea. What is this? Too many words.
I just want to clarify that Newborough was also a linoleum industry along with Kirkcaldy.
Yeah, I had it in my head. It was Glenrothes. Then I had it in my head. It was obviously. It's my.
Look, the wheels are coming off. Let's remember this is a podcast. I personally would love to thank you all for listening. I'd love to thank you all for joining in live. May 26 be the year for you. Lang may your lum reek, and Dramface will see you and welcome you in 2026. Slanja.
Amen.
Yep, do you?
Let's go. Wait. Hang on. Cheers.
Slanja, boys.
Great to be with you guys.
Cheers, all.
Thanks, Rob. You're the best. You're a cheater.
That was so much fun.
We're on the
Again,
home
as they
stretch.
say in my house, that did not suck.
One of these days, Rob, I want to come to your house with all the rye.
Is it 2026 yet? Oh, it's midnight.
Come on over. Door's always open.
Hell yeah, dude.
We're going to be able to kill this pretty much 3 hours on the nose almost, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Will we keep going until 2:59?
We're doing like an end credits bit when we get to 3 hours.
No, what we'll do is we'll see if Gregor can get the countdown right this time.
No, it's Rob's turn. Rob.
Oh, Rob. Yeah,
Take it.
you do.
Listen to the song. Count us out, Rob.
Let's
Take us out.
Colonial.
Oh my God, I feel so emboldened by this. 2 and 1. Toast. Slanja.
Toast. Slanja, boy.
Lunch.